to sacrifice your life.
What the fuck was that, Ken?
Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1.
I've been loving every second. I'm not rooting for injuries openly, but
I just pretended that was Brian Deegan.
I'm so fucking pumped. I'd be like, yeah, bitch, fuck
I will do that.
I'm gonna find him on LinkedIn and be like, "Did you punch a kid in the face? Tell me the truth."
All right, Sean brought his A game tonight. All right, okay, I like it. I like where this is going. And I don't want to put this as like a thing. Like he wasn't a bad guy, as far as we know.
Who said he was a bad guy?
I don't know, but I feel like we're painting him in this light that he was like this bad guy, and I don't want to do that. To this day, I hope you hear this. Fuck you. But rules are rules, okay? Stupid rule, but it was a rule. If you were a Crip and you were cooling in the cut, what do the Bloods do? Are they booling in the butt? Yep. Also, we are extremely juvenile, and yeah, whatever. Fuck you. All right.
You fucking smacked me in the ass, you dumb fuck.
Yes. It is Tuesday, boys. We are here. It's Tuesday. It is a NFL free agency Tuesday.
Bonanza.
The bonanza is upon us.
Well, it's actually pretty much over at this point.
I mean, well, the funny thing is
It hasn't even started.
Nothing's official until what?
Midnight tonight,
Noon tomorrow, I think.
or is it? It's Wednesday at 12 now. Remember, it used to be midnight on Tuesday night, like the night of the show.
Yes.
And we would stay up late, like a few times, like a few years ago, and during COVID, when like it didn't really matter. And I'd be like, "All right, what's gonna break at 12:01 in the show?" And I'm like, "What was the big one?" It was like Allen Robinson was like the big
to the
deal.
Jags or something like that.
Oh,
We were
yeah.
like,
no, shit.
fuck this. Like, we're out of here. See you later.
This is stupid.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1. It is an
Paul,
absolutely
get closer. I can't go any farther away.
glorious
No, I'm already maxed out.
Tuesday evening here in the New Beige. We are live on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. So thank you all for joining us.
Give me your
774-992-8702 is the number if you want to give us a call. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Sean, your Patriots are making some pretty significant moves.
Yes.
Paul, your Colts are making some pretty significantly bad moves.
Like I said, we become like the fucking Browns, dude.
I don't hate what the Colts are doing. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like it at all. I completely disagree. When I first sent out
I don't hate it.
2 days ago
Well,
on
you don't.
Sunday, it was like the Colts are really interested in Danny Dimes, and I was like, why? And you said it on Sunday. You were like, oh, I like that for them, and I was like, I don't. I was like, I don't.
You
think that
talking
works
like
at
you
all.
got the golden Totinsky.
Oh, good job.
Wow, great
Shit makes me
job.
want to fucking puke.
I don't understand, but now that we know that they've lost 2 of their main starters, and you bring in an already not proven quarterback, what are you doing here?
So I'm gonna explain to you what the Colts are doing.
Yeah,
Okay,
why don't you?
And we'll get
Why
to
don't
that.
you?
We'll get to that shortly. We're gonna get in. We're gonna get into your Patriots. We're definitely gonna get into my Broncos.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, bro. That plus 4,500 futures bet for the Broncos winning the Super Bowl next year.
Who was shit talking Hufanga, by the way, on Facebook? I saw someone like shit talking Hufanga.
Really? Like,
I did- on my post?
In what
Maybe
way?
not on your post. Someone was like Hufanga. He's a piece of garbage for that amount of money. I was like, the fuck are you talking about?
He's only the best free agent safety available. If he wasn't hurt last
Well,
year, he would have been the best. He would have been
people
the
hype,
highest bid.
people are hyping up the Miami kid, which no one. I think Chicago signed him. I think today, but people are hyping up the Miami kid Holland. I think it was.
No, Hufanga was the best available free agent.
Well, his injury. That's
I mean,
why he
unless you
wasn't-
want to count Justin Simmons, if you want a veteran.
too old.
But
already.
Right, he's on the wrong side of 30. And listen, the Broncos let him go and got better on defense last year. So we'll talk about my Broncos and how they are going to be the number 1 defense in the NFL next year.
Top 3.
They were already top 3 this year, sir.
I'm not.
We're
anything wrong.
They're going to be number 1. Listen,
They're going to be number
we'll break it. We'll break down the Broncos. We'll break down the Patriots. We'll break
They'll
down
be the golden Totinsky.
the golden Totinsky.
You talking like you got the golden Totinsky.
That's all 6 of his things now. The whole clip.
No, I have this one too.
The fuck you mean? Nah.
By next week, he's replacing everything.
This is all very fun to me. It's all very new. It's,
Yeah,
it's super
new
fun.
toy. So just
New
pick-
toy.
Yeah.
And it only cost me $60. Now I want like the big one with like
That's
100 fucking buttons on
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know another one we have to add.
What?
Cherry Jones. I was here in the glory hole days. I was here in
find,
the
me,
what?
find me the clip. I'll fucking get it.
All right.
Next week I'll have it for sure.
The PR guy.
Listen, the Cowboys did make a major move too. We'll talk about that. I don't know who I feel worse for: Cowboys fans, Falcons fans, or Colts fans.
Why the Falcons? What am I?
Well, they
forgetting about the
they just re-signed that like aging injured safety that they had. And that's
You don't
it.
have to feel bad for us because we do this. We do this
To ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So
Until we get rid of Chris Ballard, we won't.
before we jump into it, so I want obviously we always start the show off with like something a little bit off topic.
Wow.
So this week, I follow this Facebook page, and it basically just posts like the Billboard Top 40 modern rock charts from this day, like like March 11th, 2002.
Oh,
and it's
history
like,
ones. Okay.
Yeah, it's like here's the top 40 tracks. Right?
Oh no, shit, that's kind of dope.
So I had a fucking really hearty chuckle at this the other night, 2 nights ago when I was making this list. Was it Sunday night? Maybe it was Sunday night. It popped up and I showed it and I'm looking at it and I'm like, March of 2002. I'm like, oh wow, that was like junior year of high school, end of junior year. I was working at the paintball shop. I was I had my fucking sweet '89 Accord with the pop-up lights.
Yeah.
My 2-door Accord.
I remember that shit. The
car was fucking sick. And like I just remember like, and I'm like, wow, and I'm like looking at these songs and listening. And I'm like, and I'm thinking back to like, holy shit, like who I was hanging out with. Like how they say like music is one of the things, the primary things that can trigger memories.
Yes.
Like music and smells can like really like take your brain back. So like I'm just sitting there looking at some of the names and I'm like, wow, I'm like some of these songs are like, oh my god, I remember that song. Sucked, but like whatever. And the whole playlist, like the whole Billboard Top 40, it was like pretty shitty music. Like it was basically like everything HJY was playing. Like it had like a ton of Stained, like Edema, Trapped, Blink 182, Jimmy Eat World.
Oh shit, Jesus Christ.
I listened to all this back then.
Godsmack, Creed.
Oh.
Like
I'm okay with all this so far.
Listen, like there was some.
I was very much listening to HJY regularly, so none of this was offending me.
Yeah,
Listen,
no. So I think we were
Nickelback, Puddle of Mud.
Wait, this
Never
is,
made it as
this
a
is
wise
on your
man.
Spotify?
So
No.
yeah, no.
Facebook page,
So
Facebook page.
so Billboard, it was just the Billboard Top 40 from like March 7th of 2002.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed by any of this shit anymore.
And it was like like Hoobastank.
Fucking Limp Bizkit.
You know what I mean? And like Limp Bizkit was not on
it's
there.
already done.
No,
No.
Limp Bizkit had already started to fade by that point.
Yeah.
Keep rolling.
Oh, two? Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
but Limp
they
Bizkit
were
was
like
big,
already
2000,
Fun 107
2001.
already.
Oh,
They'd already moved over to that genre.
Yeah.
99, 2000.
So-
yeah, you're right. God damn.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna make the playlist on Spotify of this exact Billboard. I'm gonna duplicate this Billboard chart on Spotify.
And you were Casey Kasem?
So I go and I'm going through it, right? So I'm adding all the songs, and obviously the first one on there, I forget what the first one was, but it's pretty bad.
Stained.
It was no, it was Puddle of Mud, Blurry.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh.
And I'm like, so
Everything's so blurry.
yeah,
I wanna fucking...
and
You
like
could hire him for $100 right now.
song
to sing that
sucks,
song.
right? But like I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna put it on this list. So I make this playlist, and as I'm adding songs to the playlist,
It knows what songs you want.
Spotify is like trying to guess what I want to listen to.
Yeah.
Because the algorithm, and it's giving me suggested playlists to listen to, and it's like, oh, listen to this artist, listen to this artist. You might like this, you might like this. It suggests a fucking playlist called Divorced Dad Rock.
Oh, I love that playlist.
Yeah,
I've listened to that playlist on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
And
of
I'm
that.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty rough.
No, it's not. It's great.
So I'm like, God, because it's all like fucking like Disturbed and like
Yes.
System of a Down. And
It's great.
Chris Daughtry and shit.
Yeah.
Nah. Daughtry
Yeah,
doesn't make
like,
good
it's definitely got
dads.
it's definitely got the cover of the Simple Man cover fucking by
Bad Company.
Shine Down.
Shine Down.
Shine
Bad
Down,
Company.
yeah.
The Tree.
Yeah. And I'm like, it has like all like these shitty bands on it, but it was entitled Divorced Dad Rock, and I fucking literally like cackled out loud
Okay.
when I
Okay.
saw it.
So what you should know is that that's popular right now, and like high school goth girls love Divorced Dad Rock. That's like a fucking thing right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I need to get back on TikTok because I don't know any of this.
Yeah, that's a huge ass thing right
Is that
now.
on TikTok right now?
So-
Yes, it
I've been
is.
floating around. I haven't seen that.
So I go to add like a song.
Dude, I'll go on my TikTok right now and show you.
I go to add a song. I think it was a
Yeah.
Nickelback song. I forget which one. It was like
Never made it
I
as a
think it
wise
was that.
man.
I think it was that one.
It probably is.
And I go to add it, and it's like, and it asks me like, Spotify's like, oh, do you want to add this to another playlist?
Are
And
you
I'm like,
divorced?
and I'm like, what do you mean another playlist? Like it's saying like it's already on one of your playlists. I'm like, what the fuck playlist is this on? I go in and I look. My brother-in-law and I, like 2 or 3 years ago, made a playlist when we were in Florida playing golf called my wife's boyfriend's son doesn't respect me. And Nickelback was on that playlist. And it was like, and I looked at that playlist and I was like, oh my God, it's like a mirror image of the Billboard from 2002. I was like, holy fuck,
Wait,
dude.
what's it called? My what?
My
No,
wife,
you won't find that
My
one.
wife's boyfriend's son doesn't respect me.
So, divorced dads rock is massive right now. Look, I just put divorced dads. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of playlists.
Wow, no shit. That's
It
crazy.
is crazy popular right now. That's a huge thing going on right now. Look, recently made for you, 2000s divorced dads.
So my playlist that's entitled my wife's boyfriend's son won't respect me. It starts off with Godsmack. Obviously, I stand
Of
alone.
course, of course.
And then like Drowning Pool, Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Nickelback, Hoobastank, Creed, Three Doors Down, Fall Out Boy, Trapped, Shinedown, Saliva, Papa Roach.
What the fuck? Jeremy Renner was a singer?
So, yeah. Yeah, he was. I forget for who, but yeah, I did hear that the other day. But it was just wicked funny that I fucking laughed my dick off at Divorced Dad Rock.
I clicked on a random
That's
one.
hilarious.
And now you're telling me like
I've
this
heard
is
of
like
it
a
before,
big thing?
but Yeah.
All right, look, I'm just going to go on TikTok really quick. I don't give a shit if anybody judges me. And just type in divorced dad, and it's all these like goth chicks that with like scantily clad. Divorced dad rock.
Of course.
I gotta see this. This is.
I fucking deleted all my history and now I can't log
Look,
in.
first girl.
Oh, shit.
Look,
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
what was that, Colors? You shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Divorced Dad Rock by apparently Colin Frost made it. Yep, Nickelback, Stain, Crossfade, Rob Zombie,
Crossfade,
Three Doors Down, Trapped, Hinder, Nickelback, POD, Limp Bizkit. Yep, pretty much everything we just
Oh, P.S. Crossfade. I don't know why it just reminded me of this shit. Crossfade. You remember the fucking Crossfade, right?
I remember
like
the
they made
band,
that song. Anyway, they just disappeared, right? Did you
I
hear
guess.
what happened?
No.
They're coming back and they're gonna become a band again and do like modern music. So
I honestly
whatever.
didn't know they broke up.
They didn't break up. The studio they were recording in burned down, and they all just gave up.
What a
I
bunch
had
of
no
pussies.
idea.
Why would they do that?
So no, they all just was just like, I guess it's over, and they all just fucking quit and just worked like normal jobs for like 20
Did you know
years.
Wes Borland quit Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, many times.
And no, like before they got big,
Yeah,
and like they begged him to come back, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
yeah, and then he
And
did,
then he ended up going back, and he was like, "All right, fine." Fuck
then he
it.
quit.
I guess I'll give this a shot.
and then he quit,
And then they blew up, and then he quit again.
and then he quit, and he made his own band, and
Yeah,
that
Big
band
Dumb
was
Face.
like, yes, and then he quit that, and he went back again.
He's the son of man and God and lion.
Yeah,
He's
that
the
was
one
a
that keeps the good from dying.
That was a weird album.
Well, he was
You've
into
seen
this.
the rest. He is the best. He's the best, and his name is Duke Lion.
I'm surprised you guys know that.
Yeah, Big Dumb Face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big Dumb Face was
Mighty
fucking
Penis
awesome.
Laser.
it was awesome.
Yeah, the mighty penis laser.
Mighty Penis.
Yeah,
Like,
so
why do you
he-
think that's what I reference whenever I talk about Michael Penix, the mighty Penix laser?
I didn't know what the fuck
That's a
you're talking
direct
about.
reference to Big Dumb Face, and
Really?
the mighty penis
You've
laser.
never heard him reference him as the Mighty Penix Laser?
Yeah, but I thought he just makes up shit all the time. I have no
Oh,
idea.
that's the Mighty
How much
Pe-
though? He's making a 23-year-old reference.
Yeah, that's Mighty Penis Laser reference.
Like, if you didn't know, now you know.
Well, now I know him.
But
now I'm part of
anybody,
that
anybody who had got that would have been like, ha
That's I do remember
His
all that
music
shit.
videos were like
It
off
would
the
have been
wall.
like it would have been like the fat guy from Family Guy, like
Or the ostrich. Ha ha.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I love that guy. The
Got it.
ostrich.
Yeah.
My little black book. Ha ha. Yeah.
yeah, but
That's a good one.
yeah,
That's
so,
a crazy throwback reference. Like he quit the band so many times, and now he's just like okay with like being part of it.
yeah, and now he's just like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm back. I
He's
guess we're
50
back.
something at this point. Like,
Yeah,
he doesn't
Dude,
care.
Remember we
mean-
used to jam out to that in Particle Man?
Yeah,
Particle Man.
they might be giants. They were like a.
Okay,
they were the one
okay,
that
okay.
Istanbul was
Yeah.
Constantinople whatever it was. Istanbul was Constantinople.
I
Yes.
don't know, something like that.
They had a couple of songs, but
Yes.
yeah, Particle
That was a
Man
cover.
great.
Yeah. Particle
The
Man.
Constantinople. Putting on the Ritz. That's a fucking cover.
Particle Man was the shit.
Particle Man was the shit.
So stupid.
It really was, dude.
God damn it! I wish I could go back to that time.
I
That's
know,
all
right?
Nostalgic and shit, but like,
Like, if only I could go back to a time when, like, the worst thing in my life was when I didn't have enough time to finish that endurance race on Gran Turismo.
Yup. Or you just paused it with the gas button down, hoping it would ride the balls, and you came back 2 hours later and it was fucked up, and you lost. And
Yeah.
you're like, God damn
And the
it,
Escudo's just parked in the wall, just burning off
Yep,
fucking,
yep.
like, just burning off the rims.
because it fucked up.
Yep.
You ever do any scumbag shit on like I don't know whether it's just, like trailed off into like a different conversation like on the original Xbox like it wasn't Madden. It was what the fuck was the other one? Not 2K. There was like multiple.
The
NFL
ESPN
games.
one?
Yeah.
No,
Remember
the first-person view from the helmet?
yeah, remember there was a fucking glitch
Like 2K5, I think
and
it
someone
was.
like you could like hold like a fucking like the Y button over the center and like force them to like never hike the ball. It was a fucking glitch in the game.
No, I don't remember
This
that.
was a
I remember
football
nano
game?
blitzes
Yeah.
in Madden.
No,
but
I never played football games, dude.
All right, I remember one time this guy really fucking
Like, I watched Joey smash Mac controllers on Madden, and that was it.
So I really wanted to make sure I ruined this guy's day. This is a true story on the original Xbox. The guy was just talking shit, but he was down 14 fucking points, and I played the Patriots because I always played the Patriots. And he's like, "That's a fucking bitch move," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm from fucking Boston. Like, I'm gonna play the Patriots because I fucking want to play the Patriots."
Yeah, fuck it.
And then he's just like talking shit the whole time. And I was like, dude, just fucking hurry up. Like, he waits until the last second. He was like wasting the clock because he was mad that I was beating him. And he's like, oh, it's fucking bullshit. I'm like, dude, you're playing the Colts. So it's not like you're playing like the fucking Browns from 2002 with Tim Couch. You're playing also
hey,
a pumped
that was
up
a playoff team.
what?
The 2002 Browns.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. He's not playing like this like bitch team out there. So he's getting like just
It was
like,
that Andre? What was their wide receiver they had?
Which team?
the 2002
2002
Browns.
Browns.
I don't know if I remember 2002 Browns.
Give me a minute, it'll come to me.
Well, Andre. No,
But anyway.
Andre Johnson.
No,
from
no,
If you
no,
played,
no,
if you're on
he's
defense,
retired, it's actually.
Andre Johnson was still in Miami in 2002.
if you were on defense in this game, I can't remember what the game was, and I'm sorry. If you played the defensive tackle and you go directly over the center and you pressed and held Y in, the center could not hike the ball. So this guy would, for whatever reason, because he was being a big bitch that I was up, and it was the second quarter, he would just let the play clock go all the way down to fucking 1 and then hike the ball. And I was like, this is a big bitch move. And I had to go to fucking work in like an hour, and I was like, he's really gonna like drag the whole game out.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, I'm gonna let you know, I have to go to work in like 40 minutes. If you keep doing this, I'm gonna do the glitch, and I'll just tape the button down and I'll leave. I'm not joking when I say this. He kept doing it. I duct taped the button down, shut my TV off. I went to work. I came back home from Stop and Shop. He was there.
Waiting for you.
He didn't leave. That was a 5 full-hour shift.
You motherfucker. We're finishing this
Yeah,
shit.
he wanted to fucking finish.
No,
that.
because I came back, I put the headset on, and I was like, and because it was muted, I put the headset on, and I was like, no! I was like, you're still here? And you hear the ref one. He's like, that's right, bitch! And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what have you been doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, all right.
He was just waiting.
Yeah. Hey, we finished the game.
And you won.
I did win, which made it even fucking worse.
Man, that's dedication. I got to give that guy props.
I think we friend requested each other after the game. To
That's
be honest
fucking
with you.
funny.
but
That's
really
but,
funny.
but we never played again.
It was Dennis Northcutt.
For what, the 2002 Browns?
Yeah. It was Dennis Northcutt and
Kevin Johnson, Quincy Morgan.
who was the other receiver?
Quincy Morgan. That was it. That was a big one. I can never remember.
Yeah, Quincy Morgan. And
He was the big guy
and
for them.
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson was dog shit.
Somebody else.
In 2002?
Yeah, the playoff team.
Andre King.
No. I don't know.
Andre Davis.
Andre Davis, that's it.
Davis, maybe.
He was the speed demon
So
they
I got
drafted.
the 02 roster. Up.
Andre
That's what
Davis,
I-
wasn't
yeah.
he Miami?
Was he a Miami guy?
That sounds
I
like a
don't
Miami guy.
know about this, but I just have this up
Dude, who's the tight end coming out of Miami?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre Davis, Dennis Northcutt.
Usher?
Dennis Northcutt was nice.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was, dude. He had a pretty solid
The only thing
career.
nice about Dennis Northcutt was his name.
Cam
Andre
McCormick.
Davis.
Cam McCormick. No.
The only reason why you're saying Cam McCormick because of the seasonings.
They had pretty good.
No, it
I
says
think
the
they had pretty good.
Hurricanes.
They had pretty good
Hurricanes tight
defense
end.
too.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
I think meant for 2002 Titan Browns.
No,
Who the fuck is that?
no. You said this year. You wanted to know who the Hurricanes tight end was, right?
No, coming out of the draft.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, remember they had
Someone think it
Kennard
is,
Lang. Oh yeah, this is the original. This is the beginning of the Broncos when they had Gerard Warren and Courtney Brown. And Kennard Lang was pretty nice. He was a decent player. Dwayne Rudd, remember him? He's the one that got the penalty for taking off his helmet against the Chiefs and throwing
it like a psychopath.
Yeah, Corey Fuller, he was pretty good. Yeah, it was a pretty decent little team they had there that year. Anyway, I don't know why, but anyway,
Alex Bowman.
Dude, Cam McCormick played for 7 years in Miami.
Oh. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Cam McCormick. Good to know.
Oh, no wonder he graduated as senior. Yeah, 7 years, dude.
So, yeah. Anyway, so that was my little story about divorced dad rock, which I just thought that was a wicked funny thing. I'm glad you told me that's like a thing now.
No, that's big.
I had no idea.
That's
Big with current day gothic chicks.
Big titty goth girls, bro.
Yep.
Send them my way.
Funny how I ran into that.
I love how it's like. I love how it's like about that meme where it's like, my boy is like, there's gonna be a bunch of big titty goth girls at this party. Just act natural, and it's just the Undertaker and the Bat Wings dropping in. Like,
Something happened. I sent it to my wife, and I was like, this is a shame. This is me, but this is a shame. And she was like, "You're awful." And I was like, I'm married already. It doesn't matter.
Jesus, and your wife is not a big titty goth girl at all.
Oh no. Which is why it's funny when I send her stuff like that. It's just like, man, this is so me. Anyway, look at this.
Anyway. Sorry, my foot's itching me crazy. God damn, that fucking hurt. Okay, all right, let's get into some free agency shit. Because we got a lot to cover. And,
oh, crap.
A decent amount of time. We're going to get into NASCAR bets at the end, too. We'll recap my... Listen. God, dude, I really need to start taking my own advice. I really do need to start listening to myself.
Yeah.
I had a few people message me and say that they followed they read my write-up, which I do on like Saturday night, Sunday morning, depending on when I place my bets.
Yeah.
On the Row One Seat One Facebook page. So if you want to see where I'm at with
I
my
won money.
bets,
Live from the show.
make sure you follow the Row One Seat One Facebook page because that's where you're going to get my bets first. So Sean won money. A couple of my other buddies won money based on my recommendations. So
I literally bet last week on the show as proof. Joey gave me his 4 picks. I bet those 4 picks, and I came out plus
What
money.
sport was this?
NASCAR.
Oh, word.
And then we'll do a little
Fencing.
Formula One preview too because Formula One season kicks off midnight Saturday.
Oh, word.
Saturday
Formula
night at
One.
midnight. The
Oh,
Australian GP.
I don't know who I want to win
It's
this
going
year.
to be plumb lovely.
I'm picking a new team.
I'm all in on.
Who?
See, here's the thing. If I were you, I wouldn't bail on Red Bull because I'm telling you right now.
I'm not bailing on Red Bull. I just
Let's do it at the end.
Picking a new
Let's
team.
do it at the end. We'll do it at the end because I have a lot to say about Formula One coming up too.
I'm not picking a new team. Red Bull's always my team. But
I'm all in on McLaren this year.
I kind of like McLaren.
Until next year when Cadillac comes in, and then let's go, boys.
I always want Red Bull.
Let's show these little grass fairies how America does it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll do Formula One at the end with NASCAR with the bets and everything else. We'll give you I'll give you a little sneak peek of the previews because I already got a couple of picks for Vegas on Sunday that I'm liking already based on the odds that are up, and pre-qualifying odds have been good to me so far.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I have a tremendously good eye for this, but everybody I picked last week, if I had picked them before qualifying, I would have got a better return on. So, anyhow, free agency bonanza. Where do we start? Do we want to start with? Let's start with the Patriots because I think that's what everybody, most people want to hear. You're the Patriots guy.
Oh, man. I knew I was in for I knew things were looking good when I saw Mike Vrabel intoxicated at the blackjack table at Encore, gambling 2 nights before free agency, not giving a shit.
Not even 36 hours before free agency starts.
With peasants, not even with like the VIPs, just with regular folks, just drunk, just being like, fuck it. And I'm like, sir, you have 21. He's like, I too live dangerously.
Hit me. Sir, you have 21. I too.
Like, aren't you a
like to live
coach?
dangerously.
He's like, just fucking give the cards, guy.
Sir, it's 4th and 32.
I wanted.
I said, throw it.
I wanted.
No, give me the draw play.
3 players I said I wanted.
Yep.
We made offers to 3 players. We came out with 2 of them.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I was blown away that Chris Godwin turned down $27 million extra to stay with Tampa Bay.
I am not, because just based on the no income tax in Florida, that's pretty much offsetting.
But it was 20. But he would have made that up in more.
Yes, but no.
But
also
he's a one-team guy.
But
he said as much that he wanted to finish his career with Tampa
and
Bay.
Baker and Mike Evans both lobbied hard for him to stay.
Yeah, which I respect that. I
Yeah.
like guys that say, you know what, I'm good. I appreciate the offer, but we went hard. We offered him almost $30 million a year for 4 years. So we would offered him 4 years, $120 million, and he was like, guys, I appreciate the offer. I'm going to pass. I'm going to stay in Miami.
I mean, he did you a tremendous favor.
Tampa. Sorry, I said
He
Miami.
did you a tremendous favor, because the last thing the Patriots need right now is a wide receiver. And the whole reason I say that is because wide receiver should be the absolute last thing a team that is in a full-blown rebuild addresses.
Well, I think we
And-
go another direction now, which I'm happy with.
They addressed in free agency the things that I think they needed to address,
oh, boy. Woo.
which was the offensive line
Woo.
and the defense.
Well, the offensive lineman we got because it filled a need. The player I'm okay about. He's nothing to write. It's Moses from fucking the Jets.
good, solid player.
He's solid. He's
Good, solid
He's
player.
above
though.
average. He's
He
34.
and like
he's
you
long
said,
in the
he
tooth.
fills a need.
He fills a need. Yes, he does.
Because if
but
you're
he's not like a plug and play good for 5 years. He's a plug and play 2-year guy.
So
max.
that's fine.
You know what I mean?
But it buys you time to
Kicks the
draft
can-
and develop his replacement.
Kicks the can down the road a little bit.
Exactly, and
But
it gives you immediate protection for your number one asset.
But the other side of the ball, my number one, Monty.
You wanted Monty Williams in the worst way.
That was my number one guy. And when I heard the news, it was like the Panthers got him. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, you're going to go to Carolina? I'm like, nobody goes to Carolina. I'm like, a dog shit organization.
Bullshit asshole. Nobody goes to the Panthers.
And then all of a sudden,
That's too funny.
what was it? Ian Rappaport was on the Pat McAfee show, and Pat with his like deep accent was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, I can proceed.
Big boy there signed down with the Panthers, and Rap Sheet goes, no, it's not done yet. And Pat, hold on.
Paul, you can leave that open when you come back up.
Pat in his perfect way. Hold on, is that breaking news? He goes, no, he just hasn't signed yet. Like there's other suitors. And then when he said that, he goes, that's a big rug pull. So I guess it was down between Arizona and Carolina, and the Patriots, I guess, had put all their eggs in the Chris Godwin basket. When Godwin said, I'm good, Patriots said, fuck it. We're going to give him more money because they already said no.
Yeah, right, we can up the ante to him, which is, again, Chris Godwin did you guys a tremendous favor, but
he was my number
because Chris
one.
Godwin doesn't, I would rather have Monty Williams than Chris Godwin.
Big body guy.
Monty Williams is going to have more of an impact on wins and losses than Chris Godwin is.
Well, if you ask me right now.
And not because Chris Godwin isn't good. Chris Godwin is a guy that you get when you're this close.
Yes.
Not when you're
We're
rebuilding.
far away.
You're far off. You're still at least, I'd say, 2 years away from seriously competing.
Yes.
This year, and then I think next year you guys could maybe be like a 10-win team where you're like, okay, we're fucking with the Bills a little bit. Where we can challenge them for the division, and we're going to be a wild card team.
I do think if you told me 2 days ago, you want Monty or you want Godwin, I'm still picking Monty first, and I'm not hesitating.
And I'm not even putting it out there. I'm going to put it out there now. I won't be surprised if the Patriots make the playoffs as a wild card team this year.
No, I think the Patriots have a good chance. I still think
because of this
jokingly
defense.
I jokingly texted you guys earlier, and I said, I think Cooper Kupp and Kyle Jusnick. I'm saying his name wrong. now. Usnick, thank you. I'm saying the J. You're not supposed to say the J. Usnick.
Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk.
You're
talking about the fullback, right?
Yes, there's 3 Z's in his name.
It's very Polaki.
Because Vrabel has openly said he wants to bring back a running game, but he goes, I need a good fullback. And all of a sudden...
Fullbacks are kind of making a comeback in certain schemes
all of a sudden,
days.
Kyle gets released. It's just like...
Kyle Juszczyk.
You bring in Cooper Kupp and you bring in Kyle. I made the joke. I was like, I will seriously just do abs for the rest of the year. I will get thick-ass sunglasses, wear cut-off crop tops, and drink Natty Light for the fucking football season. I don't even drink beer. I will be a bro for this fucking team.
I love the Monty Williams signing.
Love it. Spillane, I never saw coming.
Spillane is a great signing.
Never saw that coming.
Tackling machine.
Yes.
Tackling machine, dude. Like, and that is an absolute steal. And I
never saw him leaving Oakland.
I hate the fact that he left the Raiders because I hate to say it, but like with his face mask and the black visor, like he looked like a Raider. He looked like he belonged.
Yeah, I
You know
never
what I
saw
mean?
him. I never thought he was even going to leave. I
But
thought he was there.
I don't think anybody did.
Right.
And then, but he did, and now it's he's on the Patriots, and it's like, oh shit, like thank you. Now you're looking at it going, okay, we let Matthew Judon go last year. We needed another playmaker in the middle of the field. I don't know that Spillane fits the title of playmaker, if you will.
Tackle everything.
But he is just he's a sideline to sideline linebacker that is going to make stops.
I'm fine with that.
And he's going to benefit that defense, and you know damn well Vrabel is going to know how to use him.
And I love the cornerback we got to play opposite Christian Gonzalez. Because Gonzalez is that speed demon guy.
Yeah.
I liked him in Oregon. He was always my favorite.
He's a good player.
But Gonzalez
He was
is a
solid.
Gonzalez is
player.
a top 4 cornerback. Honest to God.
Yeah, you
I
guys got
wish
lucky
he was
with him.
top 3, honestly, a top 2, but he needs to be more of a ball hawk, honestly. But he's not that guy yet. He's
still growing.
No, he bats the ball away. He doesn't go for the pick. He bats the ball away too much, which I don't care because he's
I'd
stopping
take
the
him
pay.
over Sauce.
Oh, Sauce is not. Sauce is top 10. He's not even like
Sauce fell off last year. He was overrated as fuck anyway.
bad. He can't even
I
tackle
like
anymore.
Sauce, but he's not.
Yeah,
He doesn't
I'd take
tackle.
Gonzalez.
He's a Deion Sanders type. He doesn't tackle.
Yeah, he's not the.
But Charlton Davis, if you go ask some of the best wide receivers in the league right now, they said Charlton Davis is the most difficult guy that they've had to play against. Jamar Chase says he hates playing against him because he shouldn't play as good as he does. Is an exact quote from Jamar Chase. He says the guy has no knees and yet he's always on top of me. Like what kind of remark is that? It's like playing with the dad from fucking King of the Hill.
Yeah.
This man ain't got no knees. He's always on top of me. Like how is this possible? But like I like that. Like he's another guy, aggressive tackler. Spillane, aggressive tackler. Monty gets up the field, aggressive tackler.
But again,
Wrap
and
them
this,
arms, bitch.
but you can already see the vision that Mike Vrabel has for this team, and it's being
Aggressive.
reflected in the front office because when Gerard Mayo was here, this team had no direction. None.
No,
This was
man, he was
a
a Jeff
rudder-
Saturday
it was
2.0,
it was
bro.
a rudderless ship.
Yeah.
They gave it to him based on
Merit.
whatever reason you want to
Israel.
decide.
DEI,
Yeah,
baby.
no.
It was at one trip to Israel, which was the fucking. I can't even say what I was about to say. I'll get fucking canceled. I'll lose my job. I was like,
But
yeah, I was gonna say.
whatever reason you want to decide that job was given to Gerard Mayo, somewhat
Horrible reason.
unceremoniously, and then taken from him because he was terrible, and we all knew he was going to be terrible because he wasn't ready yet. Not because he's not going to be a good head coach someday. I still think that is on the table for him.
I think he's gonna be a good head coach
but
someday.
he needs to.
Not
He
here,
has a
though.
long way to go before
Or-
he gets to that level.
Maybe an assistant of some sort, whatever he does offensive.
He should have been a DC
defensive.
first. He
Yeah,
should have been a
could've
DC.
You gotta-
Get-
listen.
Get your fucking head in the game a little bit, bro.
You know, to quote one of the great artists of our time, you don't just hop in the ring with Ali because you think you can box. You know what I'm saying? So, did anybody else see that? Like, maybe you didn't. I don't know. It was a meme. It was like somebody posted like a police station, and they busted like some like dudes, and they had like tons of cans of nitrous oxide.
Really?
No.
And it was like they had like tons of bottles, and I was just like, and I'm reading through the comments, and I'm like, nobody's gonna say, like, what is it?
Not
Like,
a single Fast Furious reference?
not one. I'm like, what did he say? Like,
No Johnny Tran reference?
rookies don't use nitrous oxide. You'll blow yourself up.
Pieces,
Like,
yeah.
blow yourself to pieces. Like,
Yeah.
I need 2 of them, the big ones, and I need them by tonight. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
anyway, but the way you're seeing this roster being remade in the vision of Mike Vrabel immediately, to me, signals the fact that the Patriots know they have the quarterback, which I think we already all knew. Now they have the head coach. They have the coaching staff in place to develop said quarterback. So there's no excuse. It's go time for Drake May now. And I don't want to hear, oh, he doesn't have any weapons. No, fuck that.
No.
Okay?
Dude, he had no weapons last year. He played great.
Bo Nix had no weapons last year. too.
Played great.
Right. Here we
Played
go.
great.
And all he did was outplay Pat Mahomes, fucking basically everybody not named Josh Allen or Joe Burrow, and he outplayed them all. Like,
But Joey, the same people that will tell you Drake May had no weapons last year will praise Drake May for having no weapons last year.
oh, I know. It's they talk out of both sides.
curse.
They talk out of both sides of their mouth. I know it.
Me and you, we talk, and I was like, dude, I'm like, I know, like
People used to do the same thing with Tom Brady.
I'm like, he was great.
He doesn't have Tom Brady does it with nobodies, and you're like, yeah, Troy Brown's kind of bitch. No, Troy Brown's the fucking best, bro. What are you talking about?
I see
Don't
a lot
you dare
of people
disrespect
still
Troy
ride.
Brown.
I see mad people still riding that Mills kid. Or whatever.
Mills?
I belong to a couple of Patriots Facebook fan groups, and yeah, dude, that fucking quarterback, the backup quarterback you had there, Mills.
Oh, Milton?
Milton.
Mills. I thought it was Mills.
No,
Whatever the hell his
you're
name is.
thinking of Davis Mills.
That's who I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah, no, Milton.
Milton.
I'm like,
Joe
why
Milton?
I'm like, why the fuck are you guys fucking so riding this guy?
There are so many people that want you guys to trade Drake May for like a king's ransom,
And
start Joe Milton, and then get like I saw one today. Somebody proposed like trade Drake May to Arizona for Marvin Harrison Jr. and start Joe Milton, and I'm like, what? I'm like,
Arizona's
no.
like, we will take that deal right now.
Arizona was like, done, but you got to take Kyler Murray too, and they're
Maybe
like,
you could bait up Joe Milton and trade him for like
fan pages are filled with fucking complete retards.
The only one that I saw that made a little bit of sense was Bazooka Joe for Chris Olave. Because Chris Olave has a ton of concussion issues, been an injury-prone disaster in the Saints.
When was the last time he was even on the field?
Olave?
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago. Well, last year
It's like a whole Michael
last year
Thomas type
he
deal.
had 3 concussions and he was in concussion protocol.
yeah, no,
all year.
I'd be all set with that.
I'm all
What do you
set.
mean?
That trade.
Bro, fuck these. I'm telling you,
I'm
man,
saying,
Not
but,
doing that.
but
you
we're
can't
not
be
getting
taking
anything
these-
out of that.
You can't
That's-
be taking
Right.
these injury-prone dudes, bro. I'm
but
sorry.
but Olave's upside was ridiculous. In college, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, if he plays though.
I would take that chance because Milton's not going to play here.
We took
Well,
the chance.
listen, you got to take chances sometimes. But here's the thing, though, Sean, and this is going to directly correlate to what I have to say about the Broncos shortly. You take chances on injury-prone guys when you think you're close. You push those chips to the middle of the table when you think you have a chance to actually win it all. The Patriots don't have a chance to win it all this
Right,
year.
because those
Guy,
guys
None.
that
They might be at their top end this year. The Patriots might be able to do what the Broncos did last year, win 10 games and sneak into the playoffs.
right. You're gonna get those.
Can I make your refrigerator analogy really quick?
Yeah.
Refrigerator looks great, you know. So we open it up, Drake May, brand new carton of milk right there. It's like, wow, it's very white, like it's gonna last. Vegetable draw for all the wide receivers. Yo, who the fuck brought all these old vegetables? Like they're all rotten.
You pick up
Right.
the cucumber and it's just like,
it's just
shit.
watery. And you're like, what is
like,
this?
oh, great. No, but here's the thing. Like,
I
again,
need something.
and again, this goes back to accountability, right? We talked about it last year, or at the end of the year last year. Pro Football Focus had ranked the Broncos roster as the worst roster in football. 32 out of 32. They had them picking number 1 overall all summer long. They're like, this team is going to suck. Sean Payton sucks. Bo Nix sucks. And they're like, even if Bo Nix doesn't suck, who the fuck's he throwing to? Right? Okay, that was their whole MO. And then what does Bo Nix do? He comes out and throws what, 4th most or 5th most touchdowns in the league?
I was dead ass wrong.
You know, and he outplays Jaden Daniels, who won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He outplays Patrick Mahomes within his own division. He outplays Herbert. Like, outthrows all these guys statistically, and he's throwing to Valet, Mims, Sutton, Troy Vincent. He had no tight end to speak of. The running game was basically absent for most of the year. And yet he still found a way to make all these plays despite all this shit, right? So if you're the Patriots, ignore all the noise about, who are we going to throw to? Who's he going to throw to? If your quarterback is good enough, he's going to find the open guy. Guys can get open in the NFL. Wide receivers are a dime a dozen.
bro.
A dime a dozen. I mean, listen, the great ones, look at the 3 best receivers in the league last year. It was Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and who was number 3? Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I was to say Amon Ra.
No.
Maybe.
he could've been
Probably
3.
for the top 3 wide receivers, if I had to
Jamar
guess,
Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Amon
That
Ra
sounds about right,
probably.
though, Joey.
And Amon Ra.
no, I don't think you are. Maybe T. Higgins sneaks into that because of the offense he played in.
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
No, not last year. Last year he was terrible.
Yeah, he was. Okay, so let's call it Amon-Ra, right? So let's say Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine
Okay,
with that.
Jamar Chase didn't make the playoffs.
Yep.
Justin Jefferson got bounced in the first round and was basically absent in that game. And
Yep.
Amon-Ra they got bounced in their first game too. Okay, there's your top 3 wide receivers.
Gone.
Who was in the Super Bowl? Oh, let's see. The Chiefs, who had, I don't know, nobody.
Did they have
No-
Xavier Worthy?
Yeah, Xavier Worthy.
For
Xavier,
like part of the season.
well, yeah, but Xavier Worthy was far and away their best receiver.
Right.
And ass old DeAndre Hopkins.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't. My point is you don't need a Justin Jefferson or a Jamar Chase to win a Super Bowl.
No, you can do it with an A.J. Brown.
It was C.D. Lamb.
I almost said
Okay,
CD.
didn't even come close to making the playoffs.
I know. Damn it, missed it though. Like you're right, because I was like, man, he is missing one.
Yeah, I knew I was missing somebody. My point is, if you're a Patriots fan and you're looking for a wide receiver, you're wrong. You're wrong. Just stop. Let the wide receivers will come to you. If your quarterback is good enough, you already probably have 2 or 3 guys on the roster that can develop into decent players. And if you don't, then you can go out and get mid-range free agents without having to pay top dollar and break the bank.
Right.
And they will fill the need. You can wait for a Cooper Kupp to become available, and he'll come over and kill it for you. You can wait for,
Kyle.
who?
Kyle
Juszczyk? Well, he's a fullback.
Yeah.
Wide receiver now, and Josh McDaniels off.
You know what I mean? But
like your Debo and shit.
Right, you don't need
Nah,
a
Debo's not.
You don't need Debo Samuel if you're in New England right now. Like, listen, the Redskins.
The
Redskins went out and got Debo because they're like, bro, we were in an NFC Championship last year.
Right.
We're thinking Super Bowl.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense for the Redskins.
Right.
To go get a Debo Samuel to help give them a little more offensive power to get over that hump.
Right.
I understand that. Just like the same way when the Rams traded for Odell. Mid-season. You know what I mean?
Get over it. That's what I was going to say before is like it only makes sense to go after those injury-prone wide receivers that are like those X-factor wide receivers that are going to get you over that NFC Championship, AFC Championship hump.
Right.
Or that are going to get
Super
you
Bowl.
that Super Bowl win. You know what I'm saying? Because you're knocking on the door. It's worth the risk for that 1 year, $8 million or one year, $12 million contract.
If I'm building
or
a team from the ground up, starting from scratch, I got to fill 53 spots. The wide receiver is literally the last thing I'm looking at. That's the last position I'm looking at.
Bro,
but
you
everybody,
can make any wide out good.
but most casual fans, they treat it like a fantasy football team, and they think like
that matters.
Well, we got to throw the ball to somebody. It's like, yeah, but that somebody doesn't have to be. You don't have to invest that kind of capital into a Justin Jefferson.
Dude, look at the way
when you're still so far away. Watch, I can almost guarantee you any money. Justin Jefferson's won't win a Super Bowl till he leaves Minnesota.
I can bet. I will.
He has no
hop on
quarterback.
Jamar Chase won't win a Super Bowl until he leaves Cincinnati.
Yep, they had that one shot that year, and that was it. Well, maybe with Joe Burrow they do, but
even still, like the way Cincinnati's constructing their team right now, like Sean said pre-show, he's like, we're gonna have there's gonna be 3 guys on this roster, and that's it.
yep,
We're playing
got
3.
rid of that Hubbard. Oh, that Hubbard kid fucking.
We're playing
retired.
3 on 53 every week. It's gonna be T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow, and that's where all our money's going. Everybody else suck a dick.
Yep.
P.S. Sam Hubbard, that felt like an FU retirement.
He's young, isn't he?
I mean, Trey Hendrickson got
29.
permission to seek a trade.
Crazy.
The NFL sack leader, they granted him permission to seek a trade because they got to invest so much money into their wide receivers and their quarterback.
He didn't want to get traded. Did you see? He just did a non.
Yeah.
He did a nonprofit thing on Sunday night.
Who's this?
Trey
Trey
Hendrickson.
Oh,
He's 30, right? So he's
17 and a half sacks last year.
Yeah.
The NFL sack leader.
He's year 8 because he played 4 years in New Orleans, 4 years with the Bengals. They're like, hey, go seek a trade, and he's like, I don't want to leave, and they're like, go seek a trade. They're basically telling him like, fuck
somebody's
off.
gonna scoop him up.
We can't
big time.
afford you. Go away.
Yeah.
Is what they're
Oh,
saying.
shit.
And
Yep.
so that's a really terrible way to build a team. And that's why I think for New England, what they're doing right now, with the amount of cap space they have, they're not giving up a ton of draft picks to get any of these guys.
None.
Right. And I'm going to say, didn't they make one trade?
We traded away Devon Goodchow.
Okay, never mind. I thought they traded like one pick, but maybe
No.
they gained a pick. But like, you're not trading away picks to get guys. All you're giving up is money with the salary cap going up again. Another 15, almost 20 million.
Yes, we gained like 13 million like deferred money.
And that's insane. That's a lot of money in today's NFL. And plus, with how we always joke about this, but the NFL salary cap's a fucking joke. Like, there's about 12 billion different ways to get under and stay under it.
Right.
Especially now, it wasn't like this. Even 7 years ago, it wasn't like this.
It was just harder to do because you had less to work with.
Exactly. Now it's defer money, money likely to be earned, money not likely to be earned.
The
There's
contracts have gotten much more creative.
a lot of Fugazi.
Fugazi. Yeah.
A lot of Matthew McConaughey agents out there.
Exactly. So the Patriots, I think, are doing it the exact right way.
Oh.
For the first, like last year, throw it away.
This time next week with Cooper and Kyle attached, I almost feel like they're guaranteed to come.
Well, they're
here.
both going to get released tomorrow.
Exactly.
At the start of the new league year.
And they'll be here tomorrow afternoon, I think.
And I think, by the late tomorrow night, they might both be Patriots. I don't necessarily think Cooper Kupp benefits you, but if it comes at no cost or a little to no cost, who cares?
Well, because he's going to be basically paid X amount by San Francisco to basically be cut.
You mean L.A.?
What did I say?
San Francisco.
Oh, fuck.
Same
I'm
state.
thinking of the other guy. I'm thinking Kyle.
I think
But you
Check.
know what's funny? L.A. said there is no way we can afford a 31-year-old to pay $30 million, and they have to cut him. And they're like, Devontae Adams, $32 million. He's like, what the fuck?
But Devontae Adams at this point, I think, is going to be a lot more productive than Cooper Kupp.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
And he's not as injured as Cooper.
And not-
Kupp
Is he going somewhere, Devontae?
Yeah, L.A.
L.A. He went to the Rams.
Oh,
And they
I
cut
didn't-
Cooper.
And they're cutting Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah, this duo
Cup
is
Cup.
inseparable. Except never mind.
So now you got Puka and Devontae
Wow, no
with
shit.
Matt Stafford, which let's not forget the Rams were like 20 yards away from beating the Eagles in the divisional round
Right.
this year. It's not like the
Right.
Rams are like some slapdick team that is an
Yep.
afterthought. No,
Devontae's going to a contender.
that's a contending team, and
Yep.
don't sleep on the Rams this year because
Yep.
Matt Stafford has not slowed down one bit.
No, he's a beast.
And,
bro.
and how has Matt Stafford become like one of the most likable people, and his wife has become like the biggest villain on earth?
Because she was like,
she fucked his roommate.
she's like, I dated his. She didn't say she fucked him. She said she dated him.
No. She said she slept with him.
Okay, so whatever, just to make him jealous.
Yeah, she fucked him. Yeah.
Well, Matt Stafford, after Stafford turned her down. She tried. Stafford said no, and she was like, okay. And then started banging his roommate, and he was like, wait a minute.
It was also the backup quarterback there
Yeah.
too.
Oh, what an idiot! And then you'd be like, never mind. I
And
should
then-
have.
yeah.
You could have just said yes, felt it out, and then been like, all right, thank God, and not have to have.
And now I'm
lived with
not
that.
Eskimo cousins with my roommate and my backup quarterback.
yeah.
But then also she
He could
said
have had a bigger dick than him too. That would've-
she also
that
said
would've
some
pissed me off.
whorish. She's also said some like whorish things since, and she's the one that also had brain cancer and everything too.
Yeah.
Brain to me up. Yeah.
She said some like horrible things like in the last couple of years.
They
It's
weren't
like
horrible. They were just,
Yep.
very frowned upon for a wife to say about her husband.
man, if you could hear some of the shit me and my wife say to each other.
No, but you're not saying it publicly to the world.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
that's
but-
true, you know.
Still, like, I mean, like, I've told stories to people.
Not
really
publicly
funny.
to the world.
No. I don't think I would tell one.
No, you wouldn't. Anyway.
Not on this show. Not for,
See?
it's not for this show.
Not
Well, it's not for
publicly
this show,
to
but
the world.
It's still funny, though. It's
Yeah.
still wicked funny. But
I
neither
think
here nor
it's
there.
funny how Cooper Kupp leaves, but he still has Puka Nukutnov. Just changing subject.
my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But no, the Rams are no slouch. They get Devontae, right? So
Which is cool. That's cool.
that's an upgrade for them.
I'm glad for Devontae. He's going to go somewhere cool, fun, indoor, playing like a nice place.
And he's going to go to another quarterback that's Hall of Fame status.
Nasty. Yup.
First ballot Hall of Fame status, really. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Like,
He's going to be able to get some real estate cheap out there, too, because it all burned the fuck down.
Damn, that was too soon.
oof.
Oops.
Too soon?
Oh, well, maybe you should have turned the water on.
But anyway, but continuing on with the free agency discussion, so let's turn the page here to the Broncos. We'll talk about my Broncos for a few minutes. So the Broncos were, what, the third-ranked defense in the league last year?
Probably.
They were number one in sacks. They had, I
Take your word for
believe,
it.
they were like either 2 or 3 in turnovers. They were the number 3 by any metric you want to measure them. They were top 3 in every major stat
Good
category that
statistic,
matters.
Yeah.
Third down, sacks, takeaways, points allowed, so on and so forth. They kept everybody. They did not lose a single player.
That's good.
And they add Talanoa Hufanga, safety from the San Francisco 49ers,
Yep.
and Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, you've only lost your running back, right?
Javonte's the only one which we
That's
knew
the only
Javonte was
person.
going. And
Yeah.
and listen, here's the thing. The offensive line that we had, we have a good offensive line.
Bowles you kept too.
We obviously had a tremendous front seven. We led the league in sacks last year.
Right. Right.
You know, we bring back DJ Jones, who was the only guy that was like questionable to not be here.
Yeah, you got Barton and shit back.
No,
and all
Cody
that.
Barton went to the Titans.
No, that sucks.
Cody Barton went to the Titans for $7 million a year. We replaced him with Dre Greenlaw at $11 million a year. Dre Greenlaw, for those that don't remember, he was the guy that popped his Achilles when he went to run back out onto the field against the Chiefs.
Yep.
Okay? And what Dre Greenlaw brings to the table is something the Broncos haven't had, even when we had the no-fly zone.
Remember, we were sitting there at that Super Bowl going like, "Oh shit," because he was lighting it up,
Dude.
Greenlaw was
Greenlaw's unbelievable.
Yeah,
In
that
the,
was
in
a
the first
big-
half of that game, with Greenlaw covering him,
Yeah.
Travis Kelce had one catch, no catches, or one catch on one target for I think like 3 yards. The rest of the game, 8 catches, 12 targets, like 80-something yards or whatever it was.
Lit it up.
All of his catches came after Greenlaw went out. That gives you, so to me, what that gives you is a tight end eraser as a coverage linebacker. He's a great coverage linebacker, a big playmaker.
Yep. And to
He's-
be able to erase a guy like Travis Kelce, how many other guys are at his caliber anyway? So you'd be able to, you
Like,
think he would-
name a tight end. Who cares?
Yeah, the matchups.
The matchups are now
favorable.
in our favor.
Yep.
You give Vance,
Almost
you
every
give Vance
time.
Joseph that type of player, and then you put him with Alex Singleton, who is a bona fide sideline to sideline bomber.
Yeah. What was Greenlaw's injury?
Achilles.
Yeah, it's all set now though.
He's good. They well, kind of. So San Francisco kind of did us a huge favor by basically not playing him all year last year. I think he only played like 40 snaps last year,
Oh really?
and he
Just kind of got it warmed
just
up a
kind of
little
like
bit.
going in or like 20 snaps. It was
Yeah.
something he didn't play at all, if any,
Okay.
and
Whole another year of
kind
resting
of just
up.
and then he hits free agency, and San Francisco kind of did us the solid in that sense because now we get to bring him in. He should be fully rehabbed, ready to go, you know, and that's the kind of move that you make. And same thing with Hufanga, because Hufanga, if you remember, tore his ACL early in the year,
Yeah.
and he was out.
Fungus, nice.
But if you watch Hufanga, I mean, kid's 6 foot, 200 pounds.
He played 2 games, started the 2 games. Just played the last 2 games of the year.
That's what it was. Okay.
Wow.
So and with Hufanga, now you adding him to that secondary with
baby
Riley.
Troy Polamalu.
Bro, right now. Listen, football games aren't won on paper, but on paper, the Broncos have the best defense in the league.
Yep.
They certainly have the best secondary in the league.
And
All
a
right.
nasty offense.
And the offense is only getting better. And when you look at what they're going to be able to do this year, listen,
I'd put $100 on them preseason.
to win the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to.
Put 100, just 100.
45
Short money for the whole season.
plus 4,500. You know what I mean?
For the whole season.
Hopefully, with any luck, I'll make that this week at
Less
Vegas
than $10 a week.
on NASCAR.
Less than $10 a Sunday.
But these are the type of moves like Hufanga and Greenlaw, right? 2 guys coming off 2 pretty major injuries, but they're both really young and they still have a lot of lead left in the pencil. These are moves that you make when you think you have a shot at a Super Bowl, when you think you have a real legit chance to win it. You don't make this move if you're the Colts or the Patriots
No, we got too
or
much to do.
a team like the Raiders that's middling around, like trying to figure shit out. You only make these moves and take chances on these guys if you think you're close. So what that tells me is that Sean Payton and the Broncos brass see Bo Nix progressing, and they're thinking like, this is our
I was
window.
gonna say, I'm like, wait for Bo Nix this year. Like, I don't think he's gonna have that sophomore slump.
I don't think so either
Really
because
don't
I
think so.
because he wasn't playing with a full deck this year.
Yeah.
Right? You look at it, he was playing with, two rookie receivers in Troy Vincent and Valet. Mims was trying to find his way. Sutton being the vet was
Yep.
there, but he wasn't, they didn't have a tight end to
I
speak
think
of.
you're gonna see massive
The running
progression out of him
game
this
was
year.
very, very non-existent for most of the year. If you can get a running back and a tight end, and I think Evan Ingram might be a Bronco by this time tomorrow, I right there, to me, if they get Evan Ingram, that completes the trifecta for my wish list for free agency. That would put me at 3 out of the 3 guys that I wanted. Greenlaw,
Crazy.
Hufanga, and Evan Ingram.
I think Hufanga and Greenlaw are home runs. The only thing bad I can say about Hufanga and Greenlaw is just their injury past. Greenlaw, freak injury, but them doing you a solid, playing him 2 games and letting him rest for a year plus was kind of fucking amazing.
Yep.
Hufanga, I love how violent he plays, but it also works against him because he is that violent.
He gets hurt.
He hits guys so hard where he's like, "Oh, my shoulder."
He's like
oh,
Bob
my
Sanders.
Bob, he
yeah.
was he
He's
was
like Bob
relatively
Sanders.
healthy until the ACL.
bigger than Bob Sanders.
Yeah.
Bob Sanders was like
5'11",
5'10".
190.
No, but I'm just saying, like
5'10".
the violence in which he hits and he hurts himself. Like
Hufanga's actually not a big. He does hit hard.
He's 6 feet 210.
He's 6 foot 200.
He's more
He's
technical. He weaves.
Hufanga
He
reminds me
weaves.
more of a Troy Polamalu, where like he can hit you if he needs to, but he's very instinctual. He knows he reads the field and sees the things that are coming before anybody else, and puts himself in really good. He's a bona fide playmaker.
Yeah.
He kills people.
And
I disagree. I think he's a violent. I've watched Hufanga, and which is why I loved him. He's a violent hitter.
And listen, you know I've been on the Hufanga bandwagon since day one.
Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't believe me,
He's
I'm
violent.
I'm gonna put this up right here.
I
because
always liked him ever since we were like looking at him playing. I was like, "Yo, who's this dude who looks like Troy Polamalu?"
For anybody
They were
who
like, "Yo,
for,
he trains with him."
for anybody who thinks I'm a Johnny come lately on Hufanga just because the Broncos signed him, this is my post from September 25th of 2022.
22.
Okay, so this is almost 2.5 years ago. If you don't know who Talanoa Hufanga was or is, watch him tonight. This kid could really be something.
Yeah,
And
he is fun.
That was
He
at the
is
beginning
fun.
of the 2022 season.
He's fun and he's very aggressive, which I absolutely love. He was part of my
Just because I don't want anybody accusing me of being like, "Wow, you're only sucking his dick because he's a Bronco now."
No.
No, we always liked him. I can vouch for that.
Remember when we did the all white, all black show when they were doing that? And I said, I want an all
That was-
Samoan
All
team.
Samoan
But
team.
I said, shit, my quarterback
Yeah, that
is
was the year they went to the
suck
Super
a
Bowl
lot
with Garoppolo, right? That was
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you remember, like Hufanga actually tore it up in that Super Bowl,
Yep.
and then Greenlaw went out, and then
That was it.
things started kind of coming apart. But Hufanga played really well. That was when people realized. I think people started to
To notice.
notice who he was.
Yeah.
I noticed it.
That's when
week
I
2 or
noticed him.
3, whatever that was.
He's
Yeah.
a big interceptor, too. I think
Yeah.
he has like 7 or 8 for the
He's
career.
sneaky, bro. He's sneaky. He just
But-
comes out of
and
nowhere.
he's missed like 17 games in his career, in his short career.
Yeah.
And he didn't play his whole rookie year mostly. He was a backup. So he's only played 3 seasons, missed almost a whole season's worth of games from injuries,
Right,
and still
right.
has 7 or 8 interceptions.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He has a career high of
Oh, career high of what 4 or 5?
4 interceptions in 22, and then he had 3 in 23, and he had none last year in 7 games. But he only played 10 games in 23,
Yeah, he's missed like 17 games.
and
Seven
then
picks, yeah.
and then 7. So, but
That's great for the amount of games he's played.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no
It's-
shit, right?
It's amazing.
but I don't want anybody sitting here accusing me of being a fucking
No.
a dick rider all of a sudden because he's a Bronco. Oh, yeah,
And,
okay.
and people,
Oh yeah, Joe. Okay, yeah. Like dad
Joey's
today.
a dick
My dad today is
rider.
busting my balls, and I'm like, the Broncos are gonna have the best defense in the league this year. My dad's like, yeah. You say that every year, and I'm like,
well,
yeah, but I'm
last year
Joey's a
I was 2
motherfucking
off.
dick
last year I was
rider.
pretty much right. I mean, and even years past, like when we had Vic Fangio, I wasn't wrong. We had great talent with Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, and Justin Simmons.
It's cool because it's not the same as 2014 where the Patriots and Broncos are loading up. But it's cool to see that like the Broncos added really good pieces and the Patriots added really good pieces. It made me have like that feel from like a decade ago,
Yes, and
but not
that's,
on the same level.
And that's what this offseason feels like. This feels like the 2014 offseason when we went out and we got DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, Aqib Talib,
Yeah,
Darian
Two
Stewart.
Chainz.
You know what I mean? Like, and they went out and they went all in because they were like, we got Peyton Manning.
yeah.
He's not getting any younger, and we're gonna have to win, and we're gonna have to win quick. And John Elway he literally was the architect of the greatest offense of all time.
Isn't it nuts? It still took you, 3-4 years?
What, to win with Peyton?
2. Yeah,
Two.
2, sorry.
We went from, we were in the Super Bowl in 13 with the
Yeah.
greatest offense of all
Yeah,
time.
and then Baltimore.
And then
came-
at that offseason, John Elway was like, we need to get tougher. Went out and got Talib, Ward, Ware, Stewart, and completely revamped that entire team. And then 2014, we lost. Remember Peyton Torres quad late in the year. We lost the Colts.
Yeah.
And then 15, we won the Super Bowl.
Right.
So he went from greatest offense of all time to one of the greatest defenses, the best defense in the modern era by far,
That's what you want to be a part
or
of.
that era, in a matter of 2 years. So when people shit on Elway as a GM, I laugh. I'm like, okay, you're a casual. Never mind. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
The only GM I can say that has been better might be better over that period of time was Howie Roseman, and it's only because he's still doing it and he's still winning and still putting his team in Super Bowls. But neither here nor there.
Cheer.
But listen, I love Greenlaw. I love Hufanga. You put them on an already outstanding defense. Listen, man, this Broncos defense is going to be a fucking problem.
What about wide receivers for you? What do you have for wide receivers?
We've got Valet, Troy Vincent, who were rookies last year.
Yep.
Cortland Sutton, obviously.
Yep.
I think they still got little Jordan Humphrey, who's a big body.
Yep.
Marvin Mims.
You know what I thought for Denver that would be a nice little over-the-top, but I think the coach would be able to handle it well. I think Stephon Diggs would be good.
Nah.
The only reason
He
why
wouldn't fit with us.
Because I think Peyton would be able to handle him though. Because Peyton is a good enough coach to be able to be like
no. Because if you look at Sean Payton coach teams, like Sean Payton gets one wide receiver that he really loves, and then pretty much just fills in the blanks out around him.
Yes. Awesome.
So
clearly, Marquise Colston,
Michael Thomas, and then they just kind of plug and play everybody else around him. I think the biggest thing that Sean Payton wants right now in his offense is a tight end, and then the number two, the next priority is a running back.
Well, you didn't want Rob Gronkowski?
I have no wishes for Rob.
I love that Robert Gronkowski came out and he was like,
I love Gronk. You know me. I'm a huge Gronk fan.
Gronk was like, I didn't know I was unretiring. He goes, I better start jogging then if that's the case. He goes, I haven't jogged in months.
And not only that, but like you look at Rob, like he's not as big as he's definitely
no.
not
He lost
close.
like 40 pounds. He said,
yeah, he looks like Joe Thomas after he retired. But no, I think the Broncos are going to they're going to add a tight end. I think they're going to end up adding Evan Ingram by tomorrow. I think that's going to be ultimately.
I think that's an okay signing though. That's like a mid signing.
It's a great signing for us. Because we don't need him to go out. We're not asking him to go out and catch 1,100 yards and 10
but
touchdowns.
he's like falling off. I think guys that leave Jacksonville almost like have like PTSD. They go back to the real world and they're like, I don't know what to do anymore.
No, I don't think Ingram was the problem. I think he's going to be fine.
No,
and
he wasn't a problem.
I love him. I had him on my short list of free agents that I wanted. And then when you get to the draft, that's a whole other animal. Now we're able to draft luxury picks. Now we're able to say like, okay, we're like 21. Like if Austin Genty's still on the board at 17, maybe we move up.
No way.
And grab him. I don't think he'll be there.
Dude, fucking Chicago's gonna grab him at like 10 or something. You know how
they're gonna reach.
stupid.
Well, Chicago's. You're right. Never underestimate the stupidity of NFL GMs, especially Chicago, Cleveland, Jacksonville, the Jets, Raiders. Whatever. But if they feel like they can get him and they can jump up ahead of somebody and grab him, they might do it. Now, I don't think they're going to do that, and I think they might just either stand pat where they're at and then take best available, or draft back. I mean, or trade back.
Yeah.
Those are my two most, I think, likely scenarios for the Broncos.
Right.
But it's going to come down to really what's available.
The Broncos signed Trent Sherfield.
Yeah, a veteran from the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Just a depth. That's a depth signing, camp signing, if you will.
Yeah,
veteran wide receiver.
He was available. He was there.
Yep.
He's available. He was there. He was walking by. They're like,
"Hey,
you want $8 million?" The guy's like, "Yeah."
It's not exactly what I consider a needle mover, but it's a signing, so it is what it is. But at the end of the day, listen, I haven't felt this good about a Broncos team in a long time, and to go from, knowing that we were going to be a 10-win team once we got Bo Nix last year, putting my money where my mouth was and cashing in on it, that was a nice feeling. Because the money was great, but being right is greater. This year, listen, I'm not sure. Like, here's the way you got to think about it. If you're going to say, okay, the Broncos are going to be competing for the AFC West with Kansas City, if you're saying they're competing with Kansas City, that means you're saying they're competing for a Super Bowl.
Right.
So if we're competing with Kansas City, that means you think that we're able to edge them for the division or be close with them, then you're automatically putting us in that top tier of teams that can win a Super Bowl.
I think Kansas City is a little shell-shocked.
They haven't really done anything.
They haven't done anything.
But then again, it's not unlike them to be quiet at early in these phases, because again, we all know how free agency works, right? You
I know.
overpay the fuck out of the first wave of guys, and then the second wave is where you get your bargains and your real impact players. You know,
Facts.
I love the fact that like Hufanga and Greenlaw are both coming off injuries, so we kind of got them on an injury discount.
Right.
And it didn't break the bank for us. And then next year when the Russ money comes off the books completely, it's like, oh, we're still ripe with cash. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Fucking Russ money.
dude, like, but the thing is Sean Payton and George Patton are looking to cash in on Bo Nix's rookie deal.
Yep.
100%. That's what this is all about. They are in a win now mode.
Yeah, Bo Nix
So,
is dope, bro. I'm telling
You know, it's going to come down to it because we saw the contract that Josh Allen got this weekend,
Yep.
and
Big fatty old.
you know
Josh.
he is the highest paid player in NFL history this week. You know, until somebody else comes up, and then they'll ultimately break that. But look, Bo Nix, if Bo Nix plays well over the next 4 years, what do you think his contract's going to look like?
Right.
It's going to eclipse Josh Allen's.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly going to be more than that. So you better cash in now, because then it becomes more difficult because now you got to pay the quarterback.
I still don't understand the Josh Allen deal.
I do, because they're just getting ahead of it. They know they're not getting rid of him. They're not going to let him walk. They're not seeing his play slip.
I know.
So why not just get ahead of it? You know what I mean? Because now
It doesn't make sense.
But you give him say you give him the $300 million now.
Yeah.
Or do you want to give him $400 million in 2 years?
I'd wait the 2 years and give him $400 million.
Why?
Because the salary cap's going to go up.
Yeah, but now your salary cap's going up, and you're only paying him $300 million in 2 years.
But I'm still okay with that because
It's not like they're
but there's a chance that he gets hurt, and
That's fine.
I take the chance.
But he hasn't yet. He hasn't been hurt. We've been saying there's a chance he's going to get hurt every year, and he never does. I mean, there's a chance everybody gets hurt.
Sure.
You just hate the way he plays, and you just hate him.
No, I hate the way he plays. I don't hate. Actually, I don't. I can admit I don't hate him. I hate the way he plays. Honest to God, yes, I do. But I actually don't hate him. Like, he actually makes me like that whole thing with him helping kids with cancer. I was like, fuck. Like, I'm watching this. I'm like, I hope this man wins once he leaves Buffalo. Once he leaves Buffalo. I said it on the show.
But you just hate the way he plays, and you're always terrified that he's going to get hurt. But he's not. But he's never got hurt significantly.
Joey,
and
I'm telling you, we're
Knock on
fucking.
wood.
He signed this big contract, and he's out there. Another vision of me. First play of the season, he's gonna get back. He's gonna be like, "Yo, someone's down there," and someone's gonna fucking Bernard Paul at his knees, and you're gonna see his knees buckle back like chicken legs, and he's gonna be like, and that's the end of his career.
it could happen,
Of course, it could.
but it could happen to anybody.
Yes.
So you can't not pay a guy based on what might happen, especially when your plan is that we're going to have this guy for the next 5 to 10 years.
I just thought it was so crazy to just be like Paul's contracted for 4 more full years, and they're like, hey, time to talk contract, and you're like, what? Why?
The fuck? Why? Yeah.
Because
Wait, what are you talking about?
Because you're reading the room. You see what the salary cap is doing, and you know if you wait 2 years, it's going to cost you, instead of $300 million, $4 or $450.
Coach wants to see
Or
you
a half.
bring your playbook. I got 4 more years, motherfucker.
Josh Allen's like, okay, sweet.
What? Yeah.
That's music to my ears. You know, but I get it. The Bills are just trying to get ahead of it.
That's such a Sean McDonough thing, though. It's like, hey, are we gonna sign any wide receivers? No, we're gonna give you more money.
Because if I'm not mistaken, his contract.
It's like, hey, Stephon Diggs is still out there. Should we just bring him back? No. We're just gonna stand pat with what we have right now, and you're gonna like it.
You're gonna fucking like that shit.
We need you to get 4,000 yards rushing and 4,000 yards passing this season. We didn't give you this money for nothing.
They don't have it updated on Sport Track yet.
No, it's too soon. It's not even official yet.
Right. It's not official. So I'm gonna look at the numbers, but I'm gonna assume, at least to a degree, that annually there's going to be some relief for the Bills cap-wise, where they're going to be able to defer money, signing bonus, roster bonus, blah, blah, blah. We all know, do the old Tom Brady thing where it's like, hey, Josh, do you think you're going to be on the team opening day? Okay, cool. We're going to give you 35 of your $40 million this year up front.
Right.
Sweet. Okay, as long as you're on the team opening day. Yep, I think I can do that.
Damn.
I think I'll be here. No problem. Don't see anybody replacing me. 774-992-8702. We are in the middle of a free agency bonanza.
Bonanza.
We've covered the Patriots. I'm good right this minute. We've covered the Patriots. We've covered the Broncos. Paul, your Colts, we're going to get to in a second. We'll take a quick spin around the league from there.
This is ass.
And we'll cover anything else we missed. And then we'll do some NASCAR, Formula One, and we'll close out the show with that. So,
Wow.
What?
Joey Bosa signs with the Buffalo Bills.
Well, that makes sense since they let Von Miller go.
I thought he had just come to terms with the Chargers. Didn't he just have that up?
The Chargers just released him.
Oh, is that what that was?
They come to terms on releasing his ass.
I thought he came to terms with the Chargers. Yes, on his termination.
Son of a bitch.
Would you
Wow, that was
look
quick.
at that?
Wow, Joey Bosa's going from nice weather to bad weather.
So Joey Bosa, 1 year deal only, $12.6 million. I just talk shit. It's like, Josh, I need you to do everything. He's like, I can't get no help. We just got Joey Bosa. He's like, that didn't fucking help me.
That's not helpful though. That's a nice piece.
But I think
If Bosa's healthy, he's a great player. The problem
that's
is
Joey.
he's,
You just said it all. If he's healthy.
he's one of those guys that's proven to rarely be healthy.
Dude, he's also been in the league almost a decade.
I know.
Does
He's
it-
been around for a while.
Doesn't feel like he's 31.
I know.
I feel old saying that. I'm like I age like Matt Damon at the end of Saving Private Ryan. Like I just said Joey Bosa, and I'm turned like a
Damn.
75-year-old man.
Damn.
Now you're fat Matt Damon walking through the graveyard.
Yeah, tell me I've led a good life.
D-Hop's going to Baltimore? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He already
D-Hop to
signed.
Baltimore.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They
I'm
gave
just
him-
going down the
They gave
thing
him
right
they gave
now.
him 1 year up to $6.5 million.
A useless wide receiver and a useless offense.
Which, dude,
I'll be like running around.
also-
dick.
Once again,
well,
Week 7 Monday night. Oh, they're gonna crush it.
he's not even gonna make the roster. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't.
It's 1 year up to $6.5 million, which
Very
means
incentive
it's-
laden.
Yeah, and the dude
That's
has
rough,
and the dude
bro.
lost multiple braids in his like dreadlocks and his eyebrows. I'm like, that's already bad. Like
why?
I don't know. He's like
He's
losing his
getting
hair
old.
and shit like that. He's just dying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, we're all dying.
Yes,
You're
I
like, that's
know.
crazy.
But, like losing hair, like whole braids, like that might be something worse.
So
I
the-
just was fucking
I mean,
old.
so the Bills go from Von Miller to Joey Bosa.
Pretty nice.
I don't know that that's an upgrade.
That's a wash, dude.
No, that's pretty nice. That's not bad.
that's
Dude,
at
Von
best
Miller,
a wash.
Von Miller played more than hhim in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Joey Bosa's kind of hurt all the time, isn't he?
Yes.
Like a lot more than Von Miller.
Yeah.
I mean, Von Miller's been banged up because he's old.
Yeah, but
Joey
he's
Bosa's been
but
banged up
Von
because he's
Miller
Joey
has
Bosa.
produced, though. I mean, I know
At
Joey
times,
Bosa's.
At
yeah.
times, I wouldn't mind seeing Vaughn as like a situational pass rusher
would
in
think that
Denver,
you're gonna
but
get-
there's just nowhere for him to go in Denver. You know what I mean? Like he would just end up taking away snaps from, other guys that deserve it and need it more than him. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to see where Vaughn ends up. Just please not the Chiefs.
I think it's retirement.
Right.
He did hint Super Bowl week when he went on the DNVR Broncos podcast that he was, his kids are still in Denver. He would love to. He's going to live there when he's done, and he's going to retire there and all that. And which lends me to believe one of two things are either going to happen. He's going to sign a 1-year deal with the Broncos and play there and try to play there and one last hurrah, or he's just going to retire.
Right.
What? What are you smirking at?
Nothing.
Fuck you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm just thinking.
I don't fucking like when you get that stupid smirk on your
Yeah.
face.
Nah, it's whatever.
But I just don't think there's any room on the roster for him in Denver. That makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we already have, we have Alex Singleton. We just got Dre Greenlaw. We had a defensive player of the year in Pat Surtain, but we also had, fucking, what's his name? That was basically runner-up.
Mitch Connors?
No, my guy, the linebacker.
I said Mitch Connors. Like, nah, not him.
Not
No.
Cody Barton. Oh, my God. My name retrieval has been so bad.
The other
this
guy
week.
that's been flying all over the goddamn field.
The one I put mad money on to fucking...
Oh, why am I know who you're talking about.
I know. I'm so terrible today.
I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait because I want to hear it, and I'm not going to try and guess because I'm having a huge brain fart myself. Fuck it. Too many goddamn names with this free agency shit going
Nick
on.
Bonito.
Oh, Benito. That was not who I was thinking of.
Nick Bonito. Remember I put $10 on him to win Defensive Player of the Year, and it would have won me $3,500 if he did.
Oh, yeah.
But
Did
I
what?
should have taken the buyout at like $700.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, let me roll the dice. Only a $9 $10 bet.
You're good.
I'm Gucci right now. Thank you. But yeah, it was. We'll see where Vaughn ends up. I'm curious to see where he ends up going. Who else is still available? I mean, like still Justin Simmons, Stephon Diggs. Who else is?
Let me check right now. The list
Yeah,
for
who
you.
else are the available wide receiver, available free agents that are left?
Stephon Diggs is the big name that's available right now.
Diggs is out there. Justin Simmons is out there. If anybody needs a veteran safety, which I feel bad for Justin Simmons. He kind of got the raw end of the deal.
Okay,
contract
so
wise.
this is not in any specific order ranking guys. Wow, Asante Samuel Jr. is out there.
Yeah, he's still out
I
there.
would have taken him by
Yeah.
now. So Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper, Razul Douglas,
Amari Cooper was another one.
Cam Robinson, Tevin Jenkins. I take it at guard. He's a good guard from the Bears. Kendall Fuller, Asante Samuel. I already said. Kevin Zeitler, Mike Hilton, Tyron Smith. A little long in the tooth.
Yeah, Tyron Smith probably will pretty good past his prime at this point.
I'm going to fucking brutally butcher this name, but he's a good defensive tackle. Levi Onwenzreike. He was defensive tackle for the Lions last year. Got hurt, missed a portion of the year.
Yep.
Played very well, though, for the Lions last year.
Yeah.
Mekhi Becton. Remember Mekhi? Everyone, he was with the Jets. He got fucking... He got fucking bowled over. Your boy, Keenan Allen, who has so many bone spurs over his body, I don't think anybody should sign him. Russell Wilson. Zadarius Smith.
Now that's a good player.
Zadarius Smith?
I like that name. That's a name that kind of pops off the page a little bit.
Zadarius Smith. I clicked on him. How old is this dude?
He's got to be in his 30s.
He's 33.
Yeah.
That's why no one signed him yet.
Right. No, he's not an impact guy, but I feel like he would be like a nice addition to say, like, you know, if Buffalo hadn't gone Joey Bosa or...
Here's a couple names. Calais Campbell, very old.
He's old. Calais is getting up there.
Still plays well.
I know.
Brandon Scherf, which also still plays well, even though he's up there in age. Darius Slay, Stephon Gilmore.
Big play Slay.
Stephon Gilmore still plays well, old.
Gilmore would be like a nice backup / nickel at this point.
Damn, this one hurts because I like this dude a lot. Matthew Judon.
He
fell off hard.
I was gonna say that one's kind of surprising because, you know, what was it, 3 years ago he signed with New England, or 4 years ago?
4 years ago. He was a big sign.
And he was a big time sign. Remember, we loved it.
He got hurt, and then his career just died.
It's just off the fucking edge. Which is too bad because he was a tremendous player in Baltimore. He was a great player in New England when he was healthy. And then Mayo came in and they just gutted it and they were like, see you later.
This would be a good reclamation project for Denver. And only Denver, because I can't picture him going anywhere else and having like a great Nick Chubb.
Chubb time.
No?
Chubb time. I'd be so annoyed having to say Chubb time every single time he carried the ball. Because I would.
I think he would be a nice piece there.
Chubb time.
Tyler Lockett, I forgot he got released.
Lockett, I feel like, is going to end up... Lockett, I feel like, would be a good guy for the Patriots to sign. Older, yeah, but he's an older veteran guy. He's going to be able to come in and show some of these young cats how to do it. He's a pro's pro.
That's not going to be what Vrabel wants right now. Vrabel wants like these young, gritty white dudes.
Maybe on the defensive side, but on the offensive side, I feel like he would be a tremendous benefit in the locker room.
Wow, fucking Brandon Cooks. Hey, DeMar Hamlin, Colts should pick him up.
Oh,
dude, hey, if the Colts pick him up, we should go halfsies on a jersey for him.
Dude, we have to. We'll just buy him one. We don't even say it. We'll just buy him one.
That's what I mean. That's why he's not up here. Quandre Diggs, holy shit.
Quandre Diggs, yeah.
Tyler Boyd, Roy Lopez, Kareem Hunt. I like Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt had an okay year. No one expected anything from him. He beat the shit out of that woman, took a couple of years off. Well, forced a couple of years off.
Forced years off. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I mean, I think this year, like, if you're looking running back, I think right now, running back is the draft. Tight end, draft. I don't think there's anybody really left available free agency-wise. You know, like, Diggs is a nice name, but that's you want to talk about, like, needing a perfect situation.
He's a huge asshole. That's the biggest problem.
What are you smirking at now?
Nothing.
What?
No, that's good. What up?
What? What'd you do?
Nothing. I was just thinking of some shit.
You're suspicious as shit.
Right? This kid just comes up here smirking like ear to ear, like
he's chuckling.
Nothing. Just thinking some shit, like just making himself laugh, just entertaining the.
You're
fuck out of
laughing like Timmy from South Park.
No, I'll tell you after the show.
The fuck you mean? Nah.
So let's touch on Paul's Colts real quick, just because this is super fucking funny.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't even want to talk about it. It's fucking embarrassing, dude. Chris Ballard sucks, bro. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Listen, I said it in the group chat
Fuck.
when the idea got pitched. I like the idea of a Danny Dimes reclamation project in Indianapolis.
Why? We don't even have an O-line. I mean, we can't. I mean,
I don't think your O-line is that bad. I think your quarterbacks have been bad to the point where they make your offensive line look bad. Jake, remember when Denver had the worst offensive line in the league when Russell Wilson was quarterback, but then suddenly Bo Nix comes in and they're the best offensive line in the league? And even though it's the same fucking five guys,
Fucking.
five guys,
Yeah.
same five fucking starters, one year they're the worst, the next year they're literally the best.
Crazy. I don't know how that
It's
works.
because it's the quarterback. Anthony Richardson we knew he was going to be a project. We knew he was going to be raw. We knew there was going to be some work that needed to be done there. I ain't seeing it. I love the attitude. I love the kid's grit. I love everything about him until he was like, I got to come off the field. I'm tired. And then you're like,
and it's not even like it's not even he was up like 38-6.
No,
you
they
know
were
what
down.
I'm saying? And he was like, "I'm tired. I got to come out," because he was like,
no, they were
ripping it up.
They were down coming back in a game, and he was just like, yeah, I need a breather.
Yeah, he wasn't the second coming of Drew Brees when he threw for like six. What was that game where he threw for like 500 fucking yards or something?
Which one?
I don't know.
Drew
There was
Brees
a
did
bunch.
that.
He did that a lot, and he did it with a fucking no arm.
Does Drew Brees have the most 500-yard games by any quarterback, or is it still
What's
Marino?
the most
That would be a
yards
cool.
in one
I don't
game?
know.
7?
I don't know who has the most 500-yard passing games of all time. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Matthew Stafford passed him at this point. Matthew Stafford's another sneaky asshole that has a ton of games with like a ton of yardage for no reason.
Let's see.
Have you seen Breeze?
Twice. He's only done it twice.
Have you seen Breeze recently?
Brees only done it twice?
Yeah, he's only thrown for over 500 twice.
Someone was talking to Breeze recently. They asked him if he could still throw, and he says he could barely throw to his kids like 15 yards away.
Oh, that's so bad. That's
But
terrible.
he says he goes. I'm sure if I ramped up my arm because I could do it again. But he goes, why would I want to do that? He goes, that's very painful. He goes, I'm okay.
Oh, wow. Ben Roethlisberger has the most with 3.
Oh, really?
That's
Wow.
it. 3 500-yard games. How many does Stafford have?
One.
One.
All right. So who has the most 400-yard games? Let's go with that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's probably the barometer you want to go by then.
Yeah.
500 is the fucking freaky game.
But I'm saying, like, we all knew Anthony Richardson wasn't going to come out and, like, rush for, like, over 150 yards on the ground and, get 3 passing touchdowns.
What are you talking about? You did.
That would be Drew Brees with
No.
16.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's what we're thinking
Yeah,
of.
Brady with 14, Peyton with 14, Marino 13,
Wow,
and
Marino
Big
had
Ben with
13.
12.
Wow, Marino had 13.
Phillip
back
Rivers
then.
with 11.
Dude, Marino was...
Damn, Dak Prescott already has 10.
Well,
Yeah, dude, Dak's not... Dude,
Bro,
Dak's a
Dak-
numbers
Dak
guy.
is-
He's a stat king, bro.
no,
Dak,
but they're
Mahomes-
down by 25 every game. Of course he has to throw.
But Dak, Mahomes, and Stafford are all tied at 10.
It's like fucking what's his
Mahomes
name?
already has 10?
You better,
Yeah,
you
but-
guys get ready to suck some Dak.
Like he goes out there and they're like, "All right, coach, what are we gonna play?" What the
You
fuck are we
talking
gonna
like you got the golden Totinsky.
Yeah. What do you mean? We got CD Lamb, and that's only like the last recent couple of years. Get the fuck out there and bomb that.
We're down
shit.
27. Go out there and
Yeah.
throw the ball. He has 58 attempts in one
Get
game.
out there. You
Kirk
fuck.
Cousins has 9.
Again, not shocking. Always
Wow.
playing on bad
So
teams.
he's the 4th with
Redskins,
with 400.
Vikings, teams that are perennially down.
Down,
They're
yeah.
always throwing.
Always.
A-Rod with 9, Joe Burrow 7.
Wow.
I'm just going with current.
Dude, Joe Burrow had 4 or 5
Jared
400-yard
Goff,
games this
6.
season.
That's kind of nutty if you think about
And
Joe
you-
Burrow's already get that many.
No, he had 4 or 5 400-yard games this season.
He's already got half of what Brady and Manning have in their whole careers.
He played this whole season
What's
from
he got
behind.
7 years in now?
Yeah. 6, I think. But
Burrow?
he played the whole year
What was
from
he,
behind.
19 or 18?
Drafting?
Yeah.
2018, I thought.
Was 18?
Hey, Siri, when was Joe Burrow drafted? I'm fucking lazy now.
Damn, John Elway only has one 400-yard game.
20.
Wow.
Did you really just ask Siri that?
Yeah, I'm fucking lazy.
Wow, 20. I thought, yeah, all right, so he's only got 5 years, and he's already got half.
And he's old as a shit already.
That only strengthens my argument that I'm trying to make, that Joe Burrow's fucking...
Yeah, but then, as you can see, the Cincinnati
he really
Bengals...
does this,
the
bro.
Bengals organization, they're saying, listen, we're going to
The
sell off...
fuck are you
We're going
on?
to sell off every piece... Who is that? Is that Luca? I'm joking.
Nissan Altima drivers.
No, that's,
Fuck you.
No, this is Odell. This is Odell Beckham in his off-season workout.
You know what I'm looking at right now for real? Pathfinder.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a family car. It's a big.
Get a 4Runner, Toyota.
That's too expensive.
Bro,
I'd want the black.
Dude, get a Cadillac and stop being a bitch.
Joey, I don't have 80K.
I didn't say 80K, guy. You can go get one of those like.
Do you think I'm gonna go the fucking bitchish version? I'm gonna get like a platinum.
Can you like dupe your job into like making them think that you're like, I got plenty of money.
I'm unemployed.
Right, that's what I mean. Your job. You just file.
This is his job.
This is how I get paid.
You just open up an LLC, a livery.
No.
Like a
first of
a
all,
limo company.
first
and then
of
just
all,
go buy a banging truck and put it on the company.
No, because that's not how it works.
And then file bankruptcy and hide the truck somewhere.
First of all, I'm not Justin Bieber or Tom Brady.
And then file bankruptcy and hide the truck so they can't come repo it.
Well, they're like, is it in that storage facility that you bought under the LLC? I'm like, no.
No.
I didn't realize that Cole's having Tommy John.
Yeah, Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
Yeah, like
yesterday.
Shit.
Like 3 days ago.
Wow.
First of all,
no, yesterday he's having.
First of all, he's a big bitch because he didn't start complaining about it until like a week ago, and he was like, guys, I don't know if I can go.
Damn, I didn't even see that.
And
all the NFL free agency shit, I missed that.
And then the Yankees were like, do you want to get it checked out? He's like, no, I'm gonna give it one more go. And he's like, And then then he gets it checked out. They're like, Tommy John. He's like, I'm like, first of all, why does this guy overdo everything? Like, just go and get it checked out like a fucking adult. Like 2 months ago when you first had symptoms instead of being a big bitch. Now, it's the Yankees. I really don't give a shit. Go get it checked out like an adult. You could have probably had like helped out your team earlier, and now you wait until like a week or two before the start of the season and be like, I'm out for the year, guys. Good luck. Like, you're an asshole.
I mean, would it have mattered?
Yeah,
he still would have
maybe.
missed the whole year anyway.
You could have helped the team. The team could have been looking for somebody else in the meantime, or like secretly.
They should have been doing that anyway.
Or secretly been looking for somebody else. But
they were probably secretly doing that anyway.
The team probably. I think the team they said just found out like recently.
I have a hard time believing that.
With Garrett Cole, I don't know. He's kind of
I
an
have a
asshole.
hard time believing that. Hard time.
Big bitch.
Hard time.
Speaking of assholes, what about Aaron Rodgers?
All right, so where is he going? Is he going to
Aaron
Pittsburgh?
Rodgers is an asshole.
He's going to Pittsburgh.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, you put A-Rod in Pittsburgh with DK Metcalf and George Pickens, that team's a problem. With that defense, that
team's going to fight.
That team's a problem.
That team's going to be a problem in the locker room, on the field, and off the field.
Because unlike the New York Jets, everybody's like, everybody be like, well, you said this. You said he was going to suck on the Jets. Yeah, because they're the fucking Jets, dude.
And
like,
we were right.
Saleh fucking running that shit straight to the ground.
I like Saleh.
The Steelers don't have Xerxes running the team, okay? Like, the Steelers have a legitimate head coach. They have a legitimate front office. They have a legitimate program that they fucking run over there, okay?
Sesame Timbers.
That team is going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
Dude, and I love it. I'm kind of all for it, dude. Like, the NFL needs the Steelers to be good.
DK Metcalf, I want a quarterback. I want warm weather. I want... What was the other thing he wanted?
I want income tax.
When he was like, I don't want to play in New England weather. Steelers, yeah, I'll go there. I was like...
Wait.
I'm like, arguably, that's
nicer
even
here.
worse.
It's
yeah,
usually
I'm
nicer
like,
here.
that's worse weather, dude. Like, we get the coast, so we get a lot of rain and shit. We don't, sometimes we get snow, but not like that fucking Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania snow, bro. Not like that's like Buffalo, New York shit. Like,
I remember all of it
what's
now.
What's the difference?
I want warm weather, stable quarterback, and a contender. And then we're gonna trade you to Pittsburgh. I'll take it.
Yeah,
that's none of it. You got none of the three.
They check none of these boxes, but I'm all for it.
Quarterback not controversy.
Unless Aaron Rodgers called him and was like, "Hey man, I'll be in Pittsburgh next week."
No, apparently.
Well, Najee Harris went where? He pieced, right?
Not yet. No, they told him they weren't bringing him back.
I think they're gonna release him tomorrow, right? He gets released tomorrow.
I thought he was a free agent.
Oh no, he went somewhere.
I don't think they released him yet.
No, he's a free agent. It's
not
4
till
years.
Tomorrow.
No, he's a free agent.
You sure?
Yeah.
The Chargers.
Chargers already signed him doing the free agency thing.
Najee Harris gets a $5.2 million deal from the Chargers.
Oh,
then,
Five
yeah,
and a quarter million. I was just saying Najee.
Yeah, I was
left.
just saying
He
because if
went-
he's a free agent, then he's free to sign.
They didn't
And
want-
I'd have a hard time believing a free
They
agent
didn't want
running
him
back.
back. They didn't want him back at all.
Najee.
Let's go,
but-
Najee.
So
Monica.
for whatever
No.
reason, DK's current woman was set up because she's friends with Ciara, who is Russell Wilson's
Okay.
wife. So Russell Wilson called DK to sell him on Pittsburgh, and it's funny because he's not even going to be there.
He's not even gonna be there.
And Russell Wilson's like, surprise, bitch.
Yep. What up, motherfucker?
Watch Aaron Rodgers just inexplicably choose the Giants last second, and the Steelers are forced to bring back Russell Wilson. And
Someone made a meme of
and Russ is just comes in like doing his high knees. You know, he's like, "Yeah, I'm back, bitch."
Did you see the meme of Aaron Rodgers? Someone made him.
Steelers country. Let's ride.
Someone
Steelers
made
country.
Aaron
Let's
Rodgers
forge.
like flying the
Let's
second
build.
plane into 9/11, like, and I was like, Jesus, people.
Whoa.
Dude, I'll tell
Saying
you.
he was already the first plane for the Jets. He's gonna be the second one for the Giants, taking down to New York.
That is actually really fucking funny.
And it was a New York
As
fan that
fucked
wrote
up
that.
as it is, it's really funny.
There was a New York fan that said, "This is how it's like watching Aaron Rodgers come to New York since leaving Green Bay."
It's so bad, dude. Oh my god, I love it. I'm a huge fan of fucked up humor though, so that's different.
course.
But
But it's actually very accurate. Like he left Green Bay and just destroyed New York for
Just-
no reason.
he was basically fucking Godzilla in 1998. He was just like, "What's up?
Yeah,
Just
bitch.
gonna come here and
We're
take-
gonna leave fish on the
and I'm
street.
gonna take a shit in the subway."
Yep.
We know this lizard is too stupid to realize this is a trap.
Yeah.
With all these spotlights and guns.
Dumb lizard. We're going to need a bigger box. Did you ever listen to the Puff Daddy song that they redid, the Kashmir remake, the "Come With Me"?
Yeah.
But have you listened to that recently?
No.
So I can't
It's
find.
been 28 years.
Wait, they redid.
Well, remember they sampled "Kashmir"
Yeah.
by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, with the Godzilla soundtrack.
Yeah.
Song. I forget what song it's called.
"Come With Me,"
Yeah.
and it was P Diddy.
Yeah.
Whole new meaning now.
It might be like lyrically one of the worst hip hop songs I've ever heard.
This is a P Diddy song.
Yes.
Again, he redid it.
It's
P Diddy's not a rapper. He's not
bad,
very
dude.
good
No,
at
it's
all.
not. And then he tries to sing in it,
Come with me.
and it is, dude.
How
like
old is this Sam?
I listened
28
to
How
it.
years
old is the
old.
remix?
28 years old.
No. The song came out in 1997,
Right, but
98.
you said that they made a remix.
No.
No, they
I'm just saying, have
sampled
you
it.
re-listened to it
Oh no,
since then?
no.
Like, because when I listened to it in 7th grade and I didn't know anything,
You
I
were
just
like,
I just was like, no, the beat's dope, cool,
Well, because it was
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
and it was Godzilla, and I was like, cool, Godzilla and Led Zeppelin, both pretty cool things. And then now I listen back to it, and I'm like, yo, this dude was trash. Like, how did we not pick up on this?
I don't
and
know.
Godzilla's
Dude,
buying
remember
a stairway.
Remember when they, remember when like Suge Knight and shit hopped up on the stage of the VMAs and they were like, "We ain't dancing in our videos."
Yeah,
and
you
they
don't get the
clowned
producer
on
all
him.
dancing in our
yeah,
vid- yeah.
yeah. And they
Yo, you
clowned
want to come
on
to a real record where you ain't got the producer dancing in your
the
videos?
Yeah, it was always on the tracks
Yeah.
and shit and racking on. Yeah, it's because P Diddy was a fucking loser. Everybody knew it back then.
They really did. Have you watched The Fall of Diddy on Netflix? It's, I don't know if it's Netflix or HBO Max, but
Yeah, I know.
worth the while. I'm
I
2
know what
episodes
it
in.
is. I don't know
I
which
gotta
one
pick
it's
it up,
on.
but
Yeah.
I got sidetracked with Formula One. But it's
I don't know why that made me laugh. P. Diddy and Godzilla's buying a stairway to heaven.
That shit.
Just straight up stealing the song.
Yeah, that's what they do.
that's what P Diddy did. But yeah, if you go back and listen to that song, I don't think it's on Spotify either.
Fucking
No, it's
B.I.G.'s
not.
rolling
No,
in
hey,
his grave right
they're
now.
like canceling all like P. Diddy stuff. That second movie, Get Him to the Greek, which is supposed to be like,
Yeah.
they're
they
essentially
s-
like canceling that movie because the whole
Because-
ended is P. Diddy saying he's like a rapist,
Just chasing them through the hallway.
saying he's gonna
Yeah,
like
in
drug
his
him and rape
robe.
him,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
that movie is
yeah.
like not shown anywhere now.
Really?
Yeah,
I wanted. No kidding.
like
yeah.
it's not on HBO, it's
Yeah,
not on
see,
Netflix,
like,
it's not on Prime.
You can't. It's not here. Like, it's just not.
What? It was like the God.
You have to spell "cum" differently.
Is this it? Oh, okay, here it is.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, that's it. It's fucking lame.
Yeah, it is
We're
pretty
not
bad.
gonna play it.
How the fuck is that song 6 minutes long? I'm gonna add it to my like song. so I don't
Holy
lose it again.
fuck! That is six
Add it to
terrible
add it to
fucking
divorced
minutes.
dads.
Yeah, add this to the divorced
Divorce
rock.
dads, yep. Because
Some
if your
guys,
wife ever finds this on your soundtrack or like on your playlist, you're getting fucking divorced.
Well, that's what my wife said last night because we were listening to
Pat!
the. We were
Pat, call in.
we were listening to the 2002
Your baby's asleep.
modern rock soundtrack, Billboard tracks.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, "Yeah, I get why this is divorced dad rock. Because if I ever caught you listening to this shit, I'd divorce your ass."
Tell Lauren that I am still happily married to one of her closest friends.
And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, if you ever do catch me listening to this, or worse yet, you catch me listening to those fucking sailor songs, yo ho,
Oh, the
something
Viking.
gay and the sails go up. Like,
Yeah.
I might send Lauren me singing songs like randomly now.
yeah. Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Yo, dog.
Pat, how do you feel about your Patriots free agency moves, bud? How you
I'm at
gotta be
5%, so I should be good, but if I hang up, don't think it's because of something you said.
Okay.
Oh, I'm at 5%. I'm like, God damn, you hate him that bad?
I know. I was like,
No,
oh,
it's Joey, you would know more than me. Is that the Vrabel really built through the defense? Start
Yes.
there?
Absolutely, dude. This is exactly how I said the Patriots should construct their team,
Wow.
and they're doing it exactly how I said they.
Dude,
I thought they should.
Spillane is 100% a Vrabel guy.
Oh,
I didn't even think about it.
tackling machine.
That nerd Elliott has no input. Even the guys that got on offense, Joey, they're Josh McDaniels guys. I think they're just. I don't think Elliott has any. Sean, I don't know if you know anything, but I don't think Elliott's got much say anymore.
I
think
think
it's Vrabel.
I think Elliot is like in the room, and Vrabel. No, I'm not joking when I say
Joey
this.
stuffs him in a locker. Vrabel
No.
stuffs him in a locker.
Shut up, nerd.
No, I think they consult with him. I think they're like, hey, what would your dad do in this situation? And I'm dead serious. I don't think they mean it in like a fucking bad way because
Yeah.
it definitely you picked it up. Like Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins is a 6'5", super jacked dude that doesn't wear shoes and is just a
Yeah.
blocking wide receiver that screams
Yeah.
out special teams and Josh McDaniels type dude. And we signed him to a
Yeah.
2-year deal. I'm like, okay, Josh McDaniels is running this offense. If we sign Cooper Kupp and Kyle, which I think both are happening, that means
I want Cooper Kupp.
that
I keep
means-
Googling it.
oh my god, I want both of them. If that means Josh McDaniels is 100% running the offense, which I have my opinions about, but I trust Vrabel because Vrabel's going to be like,
Yeah.
listen, Josh, don't fucking talk to me about the offense. I don't fucking care about the offense. Just shut the fuck up and do what you have to
Fucking
do.
talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the defensive side of the ball. I want these guys to be chewing and spitting tobacco on the sidelines and just tackling everybody. Seriously, that's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah, I heard something today. Like people are mad that Hollins is a 3 or 4, and I'm like, don't realize that's a new 3 or 4. That's a hard working 3 or 4. We're gonna get the bums out of this room.
Dude, I don't care what Hollins is. If Hollins comes in and just overpowers and boots out other dudes that are doing nothing, I don't give a shit. Good for him.
That's
Yeah.
the way it's supposed to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I think this is. I think with the way they're doing it right now, the way that with these signings, this is the inside track to getting themselves back into the playoff picture. And
could do it.
and I really feel like with the window they have with Drake May, and you guys know I love Drake May. I loved him
could do
before
it.
the draft. I loved him now. I thought he was great
I
last
love this
year.
kid.
I think that he's going to be special. Pisses me off because I really want the Patriots to suck and suffer, but I don't think I think I'm going to be not. I mean, listen, I don't think I'm in for another 20-year run of what the hell I went through the last 20 years.
I might start going to Encore in
But-
hopes of running into Mike Vrabel.
I know,
Yeah.
for real.
Seriously, bro, I'll dap up big fucking Vrabes. You know what I mean?
Big Braves.
And but this
like,
I
"Don't
feel
have a
like is
fucking
I feel like the way they're building this team, Pat. This is the way to do it because now. You take this year, you put these pieces in place, you let Drake May kind of develop, get his feet under him with the offense. Fuck a wide receiver, fuck the running backs, fuck the skill positions. That's the shit you replace. You go out and buy that last. And then you go out next off season, you find out who's available. There'll be plenty of people, don't worry. Draft and you draft and build wisely, and then you can parlay this into a 4, 5, 6, 7 year run. Because you're only going to have to give your quarterback one contract during that period.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it one day if the Bills won the Super Bowl. Did you see they replaced Vaughn with Joey?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
not tonight.
we were just talking about it a couple minutes ago.
That's
Is
a
that
downgrade.
The downgrade?
No, it's a downgrade because
I think
Vaughn's played more than him.
I think it's a downgrade. I think Vaughn's better than Boza, and Vaughn has a better chance of, even though he hasn't shown it lately, Vaughn still has a better chance of actually being on the field.
Oh, hey, is he going to give a farewell tour with the Broncos?
We were talking about it. I don't think so. I don't know if there's any room on the Broncos roster for him. Like, you know what I mean? You have Nick Benito already. You just got Dre Greenlaw. Alex Singleton's coming back. I mean, I would be hard-pressed to find, unless he comes back on a very team-friendly deal because his family's in Denver and he just wants to go back to Denver, you know, and be a situational pass rusher, kind of veteran leadership kind of guy, whatever, maybe. But I don't know, man. Like, we led the league in sacks last year. We're bringing everybody back.
Oh, wow.
And we're adding Hufanga and Greenlaw. I mean, I know if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, but I don't know that Von Miller at this point makes that defense better. Would it be nice to have him? Of course. I would love to have Von back. Absolutely. Put him back in the 58 and let him go fucking run amok and just hunt quarterbacks 5 or 6 times a game as a situational pass rusher. That's fine. But I don't know at what cost. You know what I mean? And what's the point of diminishing returns there? But I would love it. Trust me, I would love it to bring him back, to hear him get introduced on opening day in Mile High.
Yeah.
Oh man, I might have to fly out for that one.
That's awesome. And there's no one. I can't say on air here stuff I've said about Robert Kraft. I mean, I said the worst things about him, but they showed something Monday. I did not think that was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna get some guys who get working at Walmart next, halfway through the season. I couldn't believe that.
Well, we tried.
Sean,
We tried getting Godwin at $30 million a year, and Godwin came out and was just like,
did you guys such a favor, dude?
Well, I agree with Joey because we get the defensive tackle I wanted from Philadelphia. He was my A. He was my A
I'd rather
number
have
one.
Williams and Spillane over Godwin.
100%. I wanted. Well, Spillane I didn't even know was a possibility. I thought Spillane was never leaving Oakland. Honest to God, I thought he was just like a guy that was just going to live in Oakland. I'm sorry, Vegas, and he was just going to stay in Vegas. And when we got him, I was like, wow, we got Spillane. I was like, that's different. I didn't really even do much homework on him because I thought he was just never going to leave. And then when we signed Charlton, like the cornerback, and I was like, that's a great combo tandem. Like, and they put an emphasis on tackling, an emphasis on grit, an emphasis on like just like hard work, like guys that just want to like win. That's what they want. They just want winners.
Right.
Yeah, I heard Milton Williams' dad almost made the NFL, so I'll make this short, but they said he was like Frank Ellerman. They pushed the crap out of Milton growing up and had him running up hills. Like, he's supposed to be a hard-working, quiet kid. Milton Williams?
Yeah. You said they bullied his dad?
No, his dad almost made
just keep it like
almost made the NFL, and kept him and basically groomed his son to be an NFL player.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they bullied his dad.
Which makes sense.
That's cool.
So I think he'll be a hardworking kid. I don't think he's just going to get paid and get fat and not care.
I
like Milton Williams a
stay
lot.
Fat.
I think that's a great. Again, I think the Patriots and the Broncos to me have had the two best. Those are the two best teams. Those are the two teams that have done the best in free agency so far.
Commanders have done okay. What's going on with the 49ers?
Commanders too. Yeah.
Everything the 49ers.
The Niners are in a rebuild, man.
Yeah. Wow.
They're in a full blown rebuild. So
holy crap, they were so good.
They made some mistakes, and now the rumor tonight is they want to get out of that Ayuk contract.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But no one wants to take it now.
Really? Do you want to one on the Patriots? He had a bad injury, didn't he?
Oh, he got hurt a lot last year immediately. But do you want to pay him $30 million a year now after a really bad injury?
No.
And and last year he gave you the double middle finger. We told him, hey, we want you, and he was like, nah. He did all that bullshit.
He uses the chorus to get more money.
Yep. So I'm all set with that. I don't want him. Even if he said he wants to come here now, I don't want that. Last year we wanted you, and you said no thanks.
If I was the Patriots, I'd go get Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
I'd get some older veteran guys.
I want Cooper. I want Kyle. Those are my two guys.
Give me
Cooper and Kupp. Wow.
Get Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett, and I feel like that would be
use check.
And yeah, sure, use check too. And I feel like that would be a perfect complement for a young quarterback of guys to learn from and understand how the program really functions and works. And I think they'd be good locker room guys. I really feel like that would be the ideal scenario. Not production-wise, because those guys aren't going to light it up like they would have 4, 5, 6 years ago. But they're going to be good guys for the development of Drake May. And right now, that should be the primary focus on offense. Because once Drake May develops, then you can go out and just sign fucking whoever you want at wide receiver, and he's going to make them good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you find a Tank Dell in the draft, and next thing you know, like, oh, there's our number one.
Wow. What's going on in Philly?
What do you mean?
Philly, they're losing some players, which was to be expected, but they've got plenty of guns to reload.
Yeah.
Philly might take a small step back, but they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
No, Howie Roseman's way too good of a GM. He knew this was all planned.
That's awesome.
Philly's going to be, I mean, to me, Philly is still the best team in the league.
Yep.
And we'll see how they perform next year, but I don't see them taking many steps back, if any.
Oh, I gotta break Joey's balls just for a second.
Please.
And break his heart here. Lakers next year. Luka's too fat still, and James is 40. They gotta get a bench. They should have got Mark Williams. I think the Lakers might make the conference finals, but I think Luka will be spitting blood midcourt after playing all that much.
I mean, listen, Luka.
He's an amazing shot, Joey.
If Luka's fat, out of shape, and frumpy, and he's still a top 5 player in the league, I'll take it.
No, I know he's beautiful shot, man.
That's
that was
fine.
Badass.
LeBron's not getting any younger. They did need Williams, but that trade got nixed because he had health issues, which kind of sucks. But I kind of hope he can fix that up or get whatever injury was holding that trade, kept that trade from happening, and we can get him without having to give up Dalton Connect because I really like Dalton Connect. But listen, it's the Lakers. I don't think we're winning a championship this year. I'm not ruling it out. They have a puncher's chance because they have Luka and LeBron.
Don't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out.
I mean, no one thought Luka was making it to the finals last year.
No,
when the playoffs started.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
it could happen. I mean, we still do have LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Like, it's not
LeBron James.
So
LeBron James.
could we end up? Ideally, it would end up Celtics Lakers in the finals.
Warriors scare me.
The ratings never came out for that game.
Warriors
Insane.
terrify me.
They were insane, Sean. I forget what they were, but they were nuts.
Where'd you see
Had to
them?
have been the highest rated game of the year.
Hold on,
Google it, but it
Celtics
was
Lakers
high.
Saturday night. Hold on,
Yeah.
because the guy I follow on Twitter never posted them, and he's like religious about posting them.
Well,
I mean, regardless, it was a good game. I mean, the first half was fun,
It was low.
and then was it really?
Yeah, 4.4.
Oh wow, that is pretty low.
That's dog
it was
shit.
the most expensive, seventh most expensive ticket ever for an NBA game.
That's crazy.
It reached a peak of 4.6 million viewers. That's fucking bad.
The guy that should. Why in God's green earth, Joey? But besides that, did they trade Luka? Why would they ever do that?
Because Rob Pelinka convinced Nico that that Luka was a fat, uninterested, pudgy fucking Eastern European doughboy who didn't really care about basketball. I mean, he's 25, dude. Like, and the thing is, with Luka, if Luka wants to cash in on a supermax, he's got to play his ass off the next 3 years in LA.
Wow, I didn't know this.
No fucking around.
Despite 4.6 million seeming low, it is the largest regular season viewing game in 7 years for the NBA.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck. Wow, that sounds like shit. Non-Christmas, it says, because Christmas always gets higher. But that seems low to me.
Falling off, bro. Here we are talking. We're all talking football. Basketball's taking a hit, ratings-wise.
No, we've known basketball taking a big hit.
Basketball's in
Too
the
many
tank
kids
big
just
time.
watch highlights. Not you guys, but I feel like too many kids just watch highlights.
I
read an
watch
article about
highlights.
that
I don't have
on
time
Reddit.
for basketball.
Honestly, I don't really watch regular season basketball much anymore anyway because the game's boring. I don't want to watch
I watch
teams
like every game. I
throwing
try
up
to watch every
fucking
game.
bricks from the 3-point line.
Pat, how old's your kid yet?
6 months.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know when they start walking and talking. And you
Oh
kiss
my
those
God.
games goodbye.
I know, bro. I jumped on the show at 10:40.
I got one TV full time on wrestling, the other TV full time on Miss Rachel. I don't see shit.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's fucking great.
Well, today was quiet. Everyone went home. What do you guys think for tomorrow? Crazy? News-wise?
What do you mean for news?
There was no signings today, really. You think it'll pick up tomorrow?
No, the news, the signings happened yesterday into today. I mean,
yeah, I think tomorrow's going to be a shit show.
you'll see like Stephon
I think it's gonna
Diggs.
be a
You'll see
shit
like
show,
the other
Joey.
the
Yeah,
main
you'll-
guys.
I don't know. I think
Excuse me.
Stephon Diggs is going to be one of those guys that lingers out there that nobody really touches for a couple days.
Because he's a fucking maniac.
Yeah,
He's a dick. He's a cancer.
I think he's
Dick
gonna,
cancer.
and not for nothing too. I think
Nobody
there's
wants
guys
that
out there that
shit.
want to bide their time and wait to find like the right fit and all that kind of shit. But
Why not
no,
the
I
Chiefs?
mean tomorrow is going to be fun because a lot of these deals that are in place, like we said earlier, nothing is official. So until that ink is dry on the paper, we could see we've seen it happen before where like deals were in place and then guys were like, this team called, never mind.
The Panthers and Williams and the Panthers.
Haha.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's still not official. You know what I mean? Like the Panthers could call back and be like, "Hey, we'll up the offer," and he might be like, "Ooh, okay."
Yep.
So there is that. But no, I think tomorrow. Tomorrow what noon? Is it tomorrow at noon or 4
Yeah,
o'clock?
I think so.
But whatever. Either way, it's tomorrow's the day. Like once
Wow.
the ink is dry on the paper, that's it.
Do the
Linebacker.
Raiders?
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
No, sorry. No, go, Sean.
Linebacker Jack Gibbons has asked the Titans not to tender him so he can be free to sign elsewhere. The Titans will honor his request and he'll be a free agent as of tomorrow.
Because the Cody Barton signing.
No,
Do the
because Cody
Raiders
Barton's
scare you,
outside.
Joey?
He's inside.
Yeah.
Jack's inside. He fucking started 18 games inside for
Why
them.
would you not want to
New
stay in
England.
Tennessee?
New England.
Maybe.
Vrabel
I should go
guy.
Vrabel.
Bitch,
Yeah,
she's like,
Vrabel
fine,
guy.
you guys
Okay.
can sign him.
Oh, that's another linebacker for the
Potential
Patriots.
Vrabel guy. Yeah, you're right.
Fine,
he
you're
is
gonna
outside. I
sign
forgot.
him. Fine.
Did we cut like Uche and those like Wise and those bums? Are they on their
Dude,
way out?
Uche was on the fucking Super Bowl roster for the Chiefs.
Oh wow, I'm stupid. Okay, I remember that. I remember that. You're 100% correct. All right, so those guys are out. Okay, cool.
Dude, we get Jack Gibbons. Jack Gibbons is a nice player. I like Jack Gibbons. I don't
Yeah,
think it's gonna
I'm
happen.
for more Vrabel guys. They freaking brought Josh Dobbs in just to be a Vrabel guy. Good
Yo,
presence.
what about Space Dobbs being a Patriot?
Space Dog.
Hit the alien.
Yeah.
Little.
Space Dog.
That's what I need on this button thing.
He's probably played in Canada. That guy's been everywhere.
No. Yeah, I'm fucking blown away by that Jack Gibbons news. That's fucking crazy.
That is nuts.
Is
I mean,
he good?
and not
Jack
like
Gibbons? He's
I don't know.
6'4". He's 6'4", I think like 260.
but
He
not-
reminds
not-
me. No, he's not an all-star Pro Bowl. He's just a
I was
space-eating
gonna say
tackler.
not
Wow.
unsurprising that a guy would want out of Tennessee at this point, though.
Yeah, Tennessee's dog
Yeah.
shit.
And they made it go for Abdul Carter. Who the hell knows? I don't know. That draft sucks so much. Oh,
Yeah.
Sean, would you do this? I heard this today.
Yeah, please.
Number 4 for A.J. Brown.
No,
You want it?
because A.J. Brown, he's going to want like $38 million a year, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why everybody thinks AJ Brown's leaving Philly either. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Philly has any real
You
intentions.
can't cut
on getting-
everybody.
Yeah, I don't think Philly has any intentions on getting rid of him.
Not at this point, no.
No, he's been
If he's not gone by now, he's not going.
That's smart. Yeah,
monumental
you're
in
right.
their offense.
I
Yeah.
would say I said it early in the show because you signed Space Dobbs. Obviously, Joe Milton is not staying here,
Wow.
right? So I brought up a hypothetical because you have to look for teams that need a quarterback. So I thought of the Saints, and I said,
Yeah.
what if you did, Chris Olave, who has fucking massive concussion issues,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
Joe
I know.
Milton? So you swap them and you hope it works out for the best case scenario for both.
Yeah, that's smart. I had him. I know. I fucked up and picked him up early in fantasy. No, that's a smart trade. That would
Always
work.
love hearing that. I
Yeah.
fucked up and picked them up. So
But you know what? But you know what would be great? My team.
No, that'd be a good trade. I'm down for just a hardworking group. I'm not gonna be the Super Bowl contender spot. Just a hardworking, fun team you want to sit and watch on a Sunday. It's not Mayo crapping himself in Monday comments. Just a fun Sunday team would be great.
Listen, I think the Patriots have a legitimate shot at the playoffs this year. I really do.
Wow.
dude, I immediately went
I
on
mean,
to
do I think like right now am I putting them in the top 7 in the AFC? No. But do I think they could end up in the top 7 because like last year we didn't see Cincinnati falling off the way that they did. We didn't,
No.
you know what I mean? Like
No, I think we're competing with Buffalo for AFC East right now. Because
well, obviously you're competing with Buffalo in the AFC East because
I
they're
think
the only
Miami's
good team in the
done
AFC East.
that's what I mean. I mean, Jets and Miami have completely just gone to rebuild mode. They're just so bad.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is the starting quarterback of the Jets. I'm like, that's fucking just giving up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quitting move.
$20 million for Justin Fields. I'm like, you just gave up the whole
Tomlin
season.
can't fix you, bro. Oh, that's a one. I'm sorry to keep throwing you guys 15,000 curveballs. That's a guy that could get shit canned, and I like Tomlin.
Tomlin's not going anywhere.
Mike
You don't
Tomlin?
think so? I like
Why
Tom.
would Mike? They're gonna get Aaron Rodgers. They just got DK Metcalf. They're gonna have fucking a ridiculous offense out there. That team's gonna blow up.
If they get Aaron Rodgers, they win in 11, 12 games this year.
You think so, Joey?
Yeah.
He's broken.
I think
No.
no. A-Rod
Rodgers with Pittsburgh is gonna kill.
A-Rod looked really good at times last year. If you watched him, he looked really fucking good at times.
He should have never gone to the Jets.
The Jet.
We said that.
Yeah, we said it right out of the rip.
And we're exactly reversed with the Pittsburgh. We're like, he goes to Pittsburgh, they're gonna kill it.
Yep.
He does have a fucking deep offense there. Why'd they cut Najee Harris?
He sucked.
He's a bum.
He was dog shit the whole time, his whole career.
Because running backs are expendable, and no one pays him anymore.
No, they don't.
I mean, look at Saquon. What rushed for almost broke the rushing record last year, and he's still like
the Giants
fucking cheap as fuck.
The Giants wouldn't give him $36 million over 2 years.
That's a stinky boy.
Yeah, but they gave Javon Holland $36 million over 3 years.
Yeah.
Go figure.
That's the worst GM in football. That's the worst GM in football. I would take the guy who just got cut by the Jets over him. At least he tried with Rodgers. That GM, I forget his name. It's Joe something, the Giants GM. That guy's an idiot.
He's mentally challenged.
Who is the Giants GM? No, it's
Showing.
Showing.
Yeah. Showing. That's
Thank you. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yo, I love his kid. He asked his kid, who do you think we should take? The kid waited a half a second. He's Jaden Daniels. Didn't hesitate at all. And his dad was like, why? And he's like, unbelievable talent, crazy arm. The only thing you have to worry about is his size. I was like, this kid's good.
Yeah. Holy shit, this kid must listen to row one, seat one.
Right.
Fuck.
I'm like, I yelled at the
Damn.
screen. I'm like, this kid is fucking great. This kid is exactly what I said. And then immediately the Giants like, this kid doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm going to take Malik Nabbers.
Outside, which was not a bad pick, by the way.
Yeah.
You have no quarterback.
But he could have Aaron Rodgers
They
tomorrow.
wanted Drake May.
No, they didn't.
Um,
No. The head coach wanted Drake May.
Yeah.
The GM wanted nothing to do with it as he just gave Danny Dimes $1 billion.
Oh my God! Yeah, Sean's right.
$13 million for 1 year.
Sean's right.
No, he didn't. The Giants gave Danny Dimes a shit ton of money before that.
Yeah,
It was a
Sean's
multi-year
right.
deal.
Oh, Giants gave Danny Dimes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I thought I'm thinking Colts.
No.
No,
Sorry.
give
The
him a
Colts
one-
was
a
just
Sorry,
stupid.
I
one
missed.
year-
I completely just
You
fucked
look
up.
at me and you're like,
1
no,
year,
they-
$11
Yeah.
million.
They gave
too
Danny
many.
Dimes the big deal, cut Saquon, and they were like, "Fuck this bum. Saquon sucks."
Which is why it made the Sun even more impressive.
Which is why I think that Danny Dimes is going to go to Indy and kill it because it's just going to be on the fuck the Giants tour. And then because Danny Dimes, listen, I'm telling you right now,
the Vikings could have kept him, and they said no thanks.
comeback player of the year because they have J.J. McCarthy. They don't have room for
How
him.
much do you want to make a bet? I guarantee you in the next, I don't know, at least this week,
Also Colts,
Michael
right?
Pittman requests a trade.
Well, he sucked last year. He should.
mean,
he shouldn't. He has nothing to stand
He's
on.
going to be like, yo, I'm out of here.
If wide receivers
Fuck this.
receivers want out, bye. There's
Hey.
the door.
I'm
I don't
saying.
care about wide
Paul,
receivers.
do your famous thing. Make him stand on business.
I'm gonna go on FanDuel right after this, and I'm putting fucking $5 on Danny Dimes to win comeback player of the
You
year.
can't.
Oh
I
my
just don't.
God,
I'm on it
you
right now.
ran it.
You can't do it.
It's not there.
No, they shut off everything right now. I'm trying.
Joey, it's actually
Server
pretty cool if you think
overload.
about it. You got now Harbaugh, Reed, Payton, and Carroll in the same division. What do you think about the AFC West? Way too early.
It's going to be Denver and KC.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's going to find a way to grind that team into the ground like he always does. And Pete Carroll's way too fucking old, and he's got Geno Smith as his quarterback and a bum roster. He's got Geno Smith and Max Crosby. Good luck. Have fun. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Thanks for the free 2 wins next year. Appreciate it.
Oh my God. That's
but
a great division.
it is going to be a good division. Honestly, I think if the Raiders are bringing up the rear, which obviously they will be,
Don't tell John Durant all this.
I feel like the Raiders could be like close to a 500 football team next year.
Yeah.
You know, with the Chargers being maybe slightly above 500, and I think the Broncos and the Chiefs are going to run away with 12, 13 wins apiece.
Dude,
What's it?
I ran to FanDuel as soon as we signed Williams yesterday. I was like, Patriots 9 wins. And it took away all the fucking over and under odds, and I was like, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't bet on anything.
I got my odds in. I
Fucking
did mine
asshole.
in September or August last year. So
I hate people that like they do outlandish things like that, and then they end up with like 30,000 or a insane amount of money.
right. No, I
It's
mean,
like the most stupidest. Like if you put like NHL, baseball, hockey, and football all in the same parlay, and then like you just pick outlandish things and they hit. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
What are you, jealous? I would do
Yeah,
that if I
right.
could.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a parlay.
Yep.
Dude, what about that guy?
Yes.
What about that guy that owns a mattress shop in Texas? And that's how he.
Mattress Mac.
Oh my God, you're right. It was like $3 million.
He's like,
Matt-
yeah, everybody,
Mattress
look at
Mac,
this. Come
dude.
buy a mattress, you cheap fuck. That's how he makes his money.
You a cheap bitch, and they're like, all right, and they go spend all their money, and then he.
And
bets
then
it
he-
on
and
the-
then he's like,
and
one
then he
ma-
bets it on the Houston Astros.
No,
they win.
hey.
And he's like, yeah.
And he did a crazy thing. He said one mattress is filled with 50,000, and fucking he had to line out the fucking door. People came and bought mattresses. They were buying fucking twins. They didn't even have kids. They were just
my
buying
God.
shit left and right.
Oh my God.
You don't even know what mattress it's in.
No.
He
It's in
doesn't,
like
he doesn't even know.
It's
He's
in
like,
like,
I don't
it's in
know.
like the futon daybed mattress, and somebody is like $300.
Everybody's walking by it, be
It was
like,
a
fuck
dog's
that.
bed.
Thinking
Right.
that they gotta buy the most expensive mattress. Like, oh, it's in
Yeah.
that one.
No, it wasn't that kind of shop he had. He
No.
had like a low end like mattress shop.
And he's like, oh, it's stuffed in this pillow. It's a throw pillow. You just had to buy it for $25.
Remember when what was it?
That's awesome.
What was it? Cardi's or who was doing it for around here with the Red Sox and they won? And they were like,
Oh, the guy with the
Jordans.
stupid
It's Jordan's.
it was Jordan's.
Jordans.
Yeah.
They're like the Red Sox have to win, but it has to be in 4 games, and the guys have to finish the game by 12:01 p.m.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus
I
Christ,
was
guys.
like that guy winning that jet from Pepsi. You know, they never gave it to him.
No, he sued.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. They never gave him that jet.
He sued for cash.
Yeah, you got the equivalent in cash.
Yeah.
well, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
And then you know what he
Still
did?
never got
He
a jet.
didn't buy the jet.
Hey, yeah, you know what he didn't do?
Yeah.
Buy a jet because that's a dumb fucking thing to own.
What was he
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
do?
If
Top
I got
Gun?
if I got the cash, I'd be like, all right, sweet, thanks. But like, he didn't gun for the cash. He gunned for the jet. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, but it was a win-win.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
get the jet and you sell it, or you get the cash and you get the cash. Either way, you get the cash.
The jet's kind of cool.
I
Where's
mean,
he gonna park this
I
thing?
mean, yeah, where are you gonna park
I
it?
don't know, New Bedford Airport.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that. You have any idea how much it costs to
Rockdale
own a
Ave,
jet?
baby, right there.
Yeah.
He puts on the music, push it to the limit, flying
yeah.
around.
Paul just puts on the Top Gun theme, and he's
Yeah.
just like, he's like,
Just gonna do a couple barrel
yeah,
rolls, and
I'm the new space cowboy.
I'm the new Sky King, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
He gets
I love
pissed
that
off.
The Patriots bragged about their planes, and they just got absolutely shitted on by every player about how much they suck.
I'm so
Or
happy.
there was that India Airlines that had to
Fucking Robert Kraft,
reroute
that
from New
cheap
Delhi
fuck.
and turn around because 11 toilets got clogged.
No,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Pat. The Patriots
Yeah.
ranked almost dead last as a team organization again after Belichick has been gone. They were just like ownership bad. The only thing that did well was Gerard Mayo. The players really like Gerard Mayo. They're like, oh,
Broncos did good in everything
because
except the
he was kicking
facilities.
It with the players,
yeah,
like,
he wasn't being
playing
a
poker
coach.
and shit.
Yeah, he was playing cards and poker in the back of the plane.
Yeah.
They said the plane has no Wi-Fi. It has cigarette butts in all the seats still. And I was
oh
like,
my God.
I was like, is this the fucking plane from
from Airplane,
not from Airplane, from the Indians movie, Major League.
Major League.
It's that one. It has a little propeller.
Yep.
That's what we flying into the
Yeah.
stadiums. It's bad. They basically said the Crafts are very cheap people. That's
Oh
what
my
their
God.
poor card.
Huge, horrifically cheap.
We know.
Horrifically. Yeah, that was hilarious. They gotta fix it, so they gotta fix it. That's they have to overpay, you know, because we have a shitty reputation right now, so you gotta overpay. And thank God they did. Thank God.
Well, did you hear
I
what
don't think
Vrabel?
they're done.
Did you hear what Vrabel said to the media?
No.
So this is like 3 weeks ago. They were talking to me. There was at like the draft night, not the draft night. I'm sorry, the combine night, and they're talking about different things in the organization. And he goes, oh man, and he tried to say it in a polite way, not to blame Belichick and not to blame the Crafts. And he goes, it's like the goddamn dark ages in the office. He goes, you walk by and there's all these empty rooms, and he goes, most organizations have like, you know, like an R&D department where you can research some shit. He goes, not us. We have like an intern from like, you know, a high school. We ask him to like research something. He goes,
Yeah.
I asked, he goes, can I hire like 3 guys at like minimum wage to fucking look some stuff up for me? He goes, didn't think that was too much of an ask. He goes, of course I got it done. You know, like, he's like, the things I had to ask for, he goes, that were like didn't exist before. He's like regular departments that had to be asked for. And he goes, it's all new.
They would so if Sean gets hired by the Chargers, they'd give him like 6 months rent so he can, you know, move. The Patriots wouldn't do that. They give like 30 days.
That was a
30 days?
punch
What if
in
you
the
have
balls.
kids?
The
What if
Patriots
you're done
assistant
back and you have
coaches,
children?
the Patriots assistant coaches flat out said, hey, here's your salary, and usually they pay for you to come live here.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots said, we'll pay for the first 30 days you're here. After that, you're on your own.
Wow.
Other teams are paying for the rest of the school year.
All the other teams have been like, yeah, we'll pay you pay the whole season, of course. But then off season comes, like whenever that is, you're on your own. You go back
Yeah.
home, you do whatever. Patriots, you got 30 days. That was and Vrabel's like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Like you're paying the whole season. Like that is some notoriously cheap shit.
That's penny pinching at the finest. I mean,
he's got a gigantic ego. He never wanted. I don't listen to him anymore. I listen to EI, but they contacted Felger and Mass, Patriots, and told him said to stop calling Kraft cheap. It offends him. I mean, the guy has a huge ego, and I'm happy this all came out because he deserves to hear it. Robert Kraft finally.
Yeah, he's like parlaying himself for the Hall of Fame before he dies. It's like, dude, you've done so much crazy shit in the last few years. You're never gonna make it at this point.
right?
He ruined all of his credibility. Like the whole I stopped the dynasty from dying early, and then Belichick and Brady have both come out and been like, none of this is true.
None of that's true. No, it's not.
He's like, Brady said he was gonna kill himself and actually went to a bridge and threatened to jump off, and I had to jump and grab him. And Brady was like, none of that ever happened.
He's like, I don't know where he's getting this from, but that didn't happen. It wasn't me. He might have grabbed somebody, but it certainly wasn't me.
Is there any way?
As fuck.
Is there any way Aaron Rodgers is stupid and goes to the Giants over Steelers?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed that topic.
Yeah, I think there is a way.
New York fans are not happy if this happens.
Yeah. I hope we get a fun day tomorrow. I hope we get some stuff done.
I'm sure we will.
That's my favorite sports radio day of the year. I'm not pulling your leg. That Monday tampering day is always so much fun.
Oh, me too. Dude, it crashed 3 websites yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, Twitter crashed because some Russian hackers.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It was.
Elon's like, everyone's attacking us. I'm like, Elon, just fucking fix it. I got NFL news to look at.
No, they found it. They traced the IP address back to. Anyway, I looked it all. I've been up on that whole thing. But anyway, yes.
I thought it was because the NFL shit. That's what they was originally saying. It was NFL news like crashed everything.
Nope. That'd be a great story for the NFL.
Listen. A bunch of good stuff will happen this week. We'll have a lot to talk about next Tuesday, that's for sure.
Damn right we will, Pat. Thanks for the call, bud. Appreciate
Have
it.
a good night.
Dan, take care, my friend.
Did you just call Pat Dan, you fucking asshole?
Thanks.
Did I say Dan?
You
totally
did.
Fuck, man. I meant Pat. Sorry.
Dick. You're an ass.
That was a big fuck up.
774-992-8702 if you want to get your thoughts in. We're going to wrap up the show here in the next couple of minutes. We're going to do some NASCAR betting, a little Formula One chalk because Formula One kicks off on this weekend.
I got some money to burn.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
Shit.
So if I had taken my own advice last week and I had bet Christopher Bell,
Yep.
I would have won another race this
Yes,
week.
you would have. But you said, there's no way this man can win 3 in a row.
But I
me.
played the odds of saying like, okay. So anyway, let's backtrack for those that are just joining the
What the
show.
fuck is this?
What?
I clicked on something by accident. It says, "Oh, this is fucking soccer. I don't give a shit
By
about
happening.
this."
Are you sprucing? You gonna do one more? You'll do a little,
Wait, how do I get to this?
do a little-
Other
one
bets?
more. Unspot spruce. All sports. You go to all sports, then motorsports.
Oh, here we go. Okay, all right, I'm good. Motorsport.
So for those that are just joining us or don't know, I do a write-up every Saturday night, Sunday morning. It's up by Sunday morning, or it'll be up before the race, before the green flag drops on Sundays. I do a quick write-up on the Row 1 Seat 1 Facebook page, and I give you my bets for the week. I pick 4 drivers to win every week, and I'll break down why I'm picking them, what their odds are, different metrics that I use depending on the track, certain things, sometimes just a gut shot, whatever. Last week, I picked 4 guys. I picked Joey Logano pre-qualifying, who qualified on the pole, which was looking great for me. I had Slick Willie, Ross Chastain, and I believe I picked who was my 4th one?
I have no idea.
It's kind of a long shot.
You tell me.
Let me consult the page. It was who was it? They were plus 3,100. God dang it.
42 cents.
Let me check here.
Well, that's ass.
Oh no, I was already on the page. Fuck. Somebody was plus 3,100. I know that. Let's see. I know I had Joey Logano, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, and Ross Chastain. Then my bonus bet was Chase Elliott at plus 1,300. And then I did recommend Austin Cindric as a decent alternative bet if you didn't get Joey Logano pre-qualifying like I did. He was plus 3,100. And, and I said in the last paragraph, I said a couple other drivers that are very obviously worth a look. Christopher Bell, who has a real chance to make it 3 in a row, and Denny Hamlin, who is getting great odds at plus 1,700 for a veteran driver starting in the top 10. Well, if I had taken my own advice, I would have had the 1-2 finishers with Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin. Obviously, I didn't take my own advice, which was stupid of me, but other people did, so good for them, you being one of them. But if you want to get that right up and you want to get those bets, every Saturday, like I said, Saturday night, Sunday morning, depending on when I can get to it, I'll have the write-up on the Row 1 Seat 1 Facebook page, so you'll be able to see it there. So if you use it and you make money off of it, feel free to share it with your friends because everybody's betting nowadays. Everybody's betting on stuff. There's no football going on. It's baseball isn't here yet, so all we got really right now is basketball. So if you're looking for something to bet on and you really want something fun to throw a couple bucks at, NASCAR is one of them. I mean, the product is fantastic. On the track, it is one of the best sports going. Like, the entertainment value is through the roof. And the ending, I mean, we had another photo finish on Sunday. Christopher Bell eked out Denny Hamlin by half a car length.
I had both guys, so I was in the money either way.
And you were good either way. And fuck you.
You talking like you got the golden Totinsky.
But I did.
And you did.
Wow, great job.
Wow, great job.
So we had those guys. So if you want the blog, you'll be able to see my quick little blurb. It's not terribly long. What's that?
The fuck is this?
You usually pour a lot of gas in these. Like last week, I got done to the show and I was like, "Why am I fucking buzzing like this? Holy shit!"
Is that too much gas for you?
It's just Paul fucking.
I mixed it.
And then I go downstairs, and the whole fucking handle of vodka's gone. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
You got the golden Totinsky.
I just fucking opened this thing.
You talking like you got the golden Totinsky.
Yep.
So,
Jesus Christ.
So NASCAR bets for last week. Again, I was close. Logano qualified on the pole. He had the speeding, the going below the yellow line before the start-finish line, which is a very unique rule to Phoenix. If you don't know, you go back and check it out. It's all over Twitter. But basically, there's a yellow line at the bottom, and it opens up into a dog leg where you'll see the cars fan out 5, 6, 7 wide.
Wait, we're on which one now?
At Phoenix from last week.
Okay, this is that child one, the children's Shriners?
Yes.
Okay.
The Shriners.
Making sure.
The one that you won on.
Yes. Just making sure I'm up to date.
And the way the track works is they put a rule in place where you're not allowed to go below the yellow line, which is what separates the racing surface from the apron.
But why?
Before the start-finish line.
Why?
Because guys were diving down underneath it too early.
Because they were getting them wins?
And they were passing on the inside before the start-finish line, which you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
It's a rule, so they made this rule. It's a hard and fast rule. Joey Logano barely dipped his left front down below the yellow line prior to the start-finish line. Boom, penalty. I didn't know the option tire was going to play as big of a factor in this race as it did. For those that don't know what the option tire is, NASCAR gave basically there was 2 types of tires that you could run at Phoenix. One of them was your standard Goodyear Eagle tire that they race kind of every week.
Okay.
And then the other one was a softer compound, meaning it was more grippy, but it would wear out faster.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good on a lot of guys were good on short runs. They would use them for, but you had 2 sets of option tires and then you had 4 sets of regular tires. You had 6 sets of tires altogether. Teams were strategizing when to use those option tires. Obviously, you want to save a set for that last run.
Okay.
Because you want those option tires to be as fresh as you can because, man, does it make a fucking difference. I mean, I watched guys go from like 30th to in the top 3 in a matter of 5, 6, 7 laps on option tires when everybody else was on the standard compounds.
Right.
Joey Logano getting that penalty forced him to take option tires because now he's going to make up track position to get back up because it's really hard to pass at Phoenix. And you got to get back up as quickly as you can so that you're running up front at the end. Unfortunately for Logano, you didn't have the option tires at the end that Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson did. And he was kind of left out and just faded back.
Yep.
I mean, most of the field was on option tires that last run.
He was fucked.
And he was one of the few that wasn't. So he got cooked. Ross Chastain had another penalty, fought his way back up. Again, couldn't get it. Slick Willie was up there. Again, just no option. He didn't have the option tire. Couldn't, or he did have the option tire, but he had a little bit more. I think he had a little more laps on his than the other guys did. So, and Christopher Bell, once he got in clean air, he was just impossible to catch. And I said it 2 weeks ago. Had Seabell not won COTA, he would have been my pre-qualifying pick all day to win this race, because I was like, he dominates these types of tracks. I didn't think, I played the odds of a guy. I'm like, what's the odds of a guy winning 3 in a row versus the odds of Seabell winning this race?
What's the odds of him winning 4 in a row?
I played the odds of him not winning 3 in a row versus the odds of him just outright winning this race, because I didn't like he was only plus 750 too, which meant I was going to have to throw $20 on him to make a decent kickback. And I was like, nah, I'm like, let me take a long shot. Phoenix is crazy. You saw it on Sunday. I think 2 brake rotors exploded.
God damn.
Just from the heat and everything else. We had Bubba Wallace was one, and I believe Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs was another. Oh no, it was Eric Amarola. I think it was the 38 car. But either way, McDowell, they had the rotors literally just shattered. They're just like, I'm going into the turn, braking, explode. Boom, tire goes down, and you're in the wall.
Composite? Or are they steel?
I believe they're composite.
They have to be composite.
I mean, yeah, they're as high end gets.
Yeah, they're like GT cars.
Yeah, they're not.
Like,
yeah, these aren't fucking.
I'm thinking stock cars, NASCAR. I'm like, do they gotta run steel fucking brakes? That was probably the dumbest question ever.
The next gen car is a legit race car. Like,
yeah,
it is,
that was probably the dumbest thing ever to be like, do they run steel? Yeah, okay.
It's like, no one's run steel since the 70s, sir.
I don't ever in racing.
Yeah.
I don't even think since
So-
the dawn of fucking time.
Anyway, so I should have taken my own advice. I should have bet Seabell and or Hamlin, even though Hamlin wouldn't have been fruitful, but it would have been equally as painful for to have to root for Denny Hamlin than have him lose by a half a car. But at plus 1,700, I really liked his odds. It was a great race. Another photo finish again. You know what I mean? Like, NASCAR just keeps turning out these photo finishes, these outstanding endings. That's now 4 weeks in a row we've had just absolutely fucking wild endings to a race.
So you think for 4 races in a row for Seabell?
Listen, Seabell can run the fuck out of Vegas. I'm not putting it past Seabell to win 4 in a row. However, the last man to win 4 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yo.
Who? What?
NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series cars use cast iron brake rotors.
Do they really?
So I was not even wrong.
Wow.
I said steel, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wow. I thought they'd be like composite, like PCBs.
Yeah, I thought
like
so too.
PCB brakes, like high end, like Porsche, like Ferrari, like Lambo.
Yeah, like ceramic.
Polycarbonate fucking brakes, like whatever, like PCB brakes. Like no,
that's crazy. They don't.
Nope, they just run fucking iron bits.
Fucking
I knew
love
it.
that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like stock car.
Fuck
bits,
yeah.
you
I'm
know?
thinking about doing, instead of doing $10 each time, I'm thinking about doing $5 for different guys this time.
You're better off doing the 10.
Being
But
cheap.
Don't be cheap, because here's the thing, right?
Wow.
So I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak preview right now of listen, I'm telling you right now, Kyle Busch is definitely on my list of winners this week. He's run great every single race this year, and he's been super close. Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick, I think, are going to be my 2 odds-on favorites to win it, and especially with, FanDuel agreeing with me.
What about Cockbell?
Christopher Bell?
Yes.
Seabell, listen, I like Seabell, but at plus 600, plus 600 to win 4 races in a row, I just don't see it.
I need you to tell me Cody Ware has a good chance.
No, he doesn't. What's he, plus 50,000?
Yes.
Yeah. Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick, they both. So Vegas is a track where you can do what they call we do what we call rip the wall. You can run the outside. Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson are the 2 best at getting that car as close to that wall as they possibly can. Now, next week when they go to Homestead, Miami, that is the place where you can really, truly rip the wall, and that's where I think I'm going to put my money on Tyler Reddick. I don't love the odds at plus 700. I don't even love the odds that much for Slick Willie, and thou shalt not bet against Slick Willie. It is the 11th commandment.
Yep.
But Kyle Busch at plus 1,800, I absolutely fucking love. as far as like another Toyota in the field that I would give a pretty significantly good look to, and I'm going to wait until after qualifying and practice.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace.
Oh, shit.
Because
got nothing to
Toyotas have been fairly quick here.
And Bubba's got nothing to lose now, bro. He's gonna
Not
retire.
that he has anything to lose, but he has everything to gain.
He's going to retire, bro.
Joey Logano at plus 1,500 is tempting. Blaney at plus 1,800 is really tempting. Anytime you're given, 15 to 1 odds on a guy that good, you're going to have to try to take him. Ross Chastain I really like here. Chase Elliott I love at plus 2,400. Yep. Chase is going to win at some point this year. But it is kind of a fucking shit show this week. So the only guy that I'm betting on pre-qualifying is Kyle Busch at plus 1,800. He's the only one I'm going to take pre-qualifying. Everyone else, I'm going to take the wait and see approach. Because
okay, so I did my 4 bets just based on what you said. I took just the synopsis of what you said. So I put money on Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Kyle Busch.
Okay, I mean you really can't miss with that card. I mean you can, but it's unlikely that you will. One of those 4 is very likely to win this race, in my opinion.
Me, Sunday afternoon. And Cody Ware wins it. I'm like, fuck! Yeah. Screaming top of my lungs.
Listen, if Cody Ware wins, then I'll jump off a bridge with you. How's that?
God.
But no, Vegas is one of my favorite tracks. It's fast. It's fun.
It's furious.
It's slightly furious at times. It's a technical track, so it's not a drafting track. So it is tough to run there, and like you got to be consistent. Produces good racing. It's going to be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to Vegas. I'm looking forward to jumping on the sim tonight after the show and getting some laps in the trucks at Vegas.
You should make a car and call it the Golden Tortinsky.
The Golden Tortinsky.
And that's a great car. And the car should
You
be...
talking like you got the golden Totinsky.
When you sign in, everyone's like, oh, everyone, what's your car? My God, the Golden Tortinsky.
I mean, I'm still not chat banned yet, so...
Is that bad? That's not bad.
I've been on chat band for almost 3 months now. Oh, 2 months.
Your car should
two
be...
months.
Can your car be gold?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a guy who does paint schemes for me.
Oh, you got the chance.
I do have...
Gold with black.
Listen, I do run the Brazzers Chevy every once in a while. I do run the Brazzers Camaro for special occasions.
You can't get banned with, like, fucking copyright info?
No, it's sponsors on cars. You think Brazzers would give 2 fucks if I'm out driving around their car, not making any money off of it? I'm paying money to be on a service, and everybody who's behind me just sees Brazzers on the back bumper. I mean, look, it's right there. This is a direct replica of my iRacing car.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know if they would get like pissed. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like that's on the back, and then
Ricky Stenhouse. Oh no, the car
on the deck lid as well. You know. And then look, I got the gold underneath the motor.
The golden
I got the air thing. It's gold. It's the Golden Totinsky. But yeah, no, they don't give a shit about that. I mean, they could. Somebody took offense to it one time, and I was like, man, you sound like a blast at parties. You know?
Wow.
And he was just like, oh, well, I just don't think that's very appropriate. And I was like, oh, let me guess. It's like, those damn kids and their reefer cigarettes. And he's like, I would never smoke marijuana. And I was like, yeah, I bet you wouldn't. Oh, my God. It's fun. But anyway, yeah, iRacing, video games in general are just filled with tons of pussies these days. It's incredible. But
it's where they think they can go to escape.
But Kyle Busch is going to be my first and only pre-qualifying bet that I'm putting money on. It's his home track. He's from Vegas. He's run well so far this year. He is going to break the winless streak. It is going to happen. And at plus 1,800, I really like his odds. I feel like the Childress cars have run well. But we'll see. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to put money on him for sure. I kind of hope Slick Willie slips up a little bit in qualifying and gets to like plus 1,000. Whoa. Otherwise I'm going to have to throw $20 on him because, again, the 11th commandment states, thou shalt not bet against Slick Willie.
Thou shalt not fuck with no si papa.
No si papa. And we'll go from there. So, but pay attention. I'll put my post up again. Like I said, like Saturday night, early Sunday morning. I usually do it before I go to the gym on Sundays. If I do it Sunday morning, because I'll wake up and my wife needs time to get ready, or she'll be ready to go. I need time to get ready before I go to the gym. So like I'll wake up, fly out of bed, I'll drink my water, take my supplements, get my shit to go. And basically I'm just waiting to take a shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, otherwise we'll go to the gym. By the time we get to the gym, my wife's like, all right, what are we hitting? I'm like, shoulders. But first, you go hit the bike for 10 minutes because I need to go.
But first, let me take a big shit.
But first, I'm going to have to go take this shit. So I'll do it while I'm waiting to take a shit. But I'll have my picks by then, so it'll be up. But yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe to the Roll One Seat One Facebook page. And again, if you do follow my bets and you do like them and you're making money, you're doing well, please feel free to share the post. It only helps us out. It helps you out because you make money. It'll help your friends out from making money.
Wow.
Sean made money last week.
I did. We're going to make it into like a
couple of my other
thing.
buddies who texted me said, thanks for the tips. Made some money today.
Yeah.
Most
dope.
Everybody who did make money made money on Christopher Bell. So I'm the only one that didn't because I'm an idiot. But whatever, it is what it is. That being said, Paul.
Yeah.
F1 kicks off on Saturday night, midnight Saturday night, which is
fuck off. I got to bet on this too.
like new. No, do not bet on F1.
Don't bet on F1.
F1 odds suck.
Oh, okay, good.
F1 odds are terrible. I don't bet on F1. The reason why I'm not betting on F1 is because, and here's why. If you look at the odds for this week's race, all right, the Australian GP, Lando Norris plus 155. Okay, let me see. What am I gonna? Let's put $10 on Lando Norris. Oh, to win 15? No thanks.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
No thanks. The
and
payback.
then it's like, dude, you'll
Although
have
Max Verstappen at plus 500, $10 to win 50.
That's not a bad hit, I guess, because
I
that's
might.
almost guaranteed. Maybe it's a new season, but who knows?
I might throw $10 on that right now.
Try it out, just to give it a feeler, just to feel it post. Feel it back.
Fuck it. I'm putting $20 on it.
All right, you're a bitch.
I just put $20 on Max to win on Sunday.
To win 100?
Yeah. So anyway,
Why not, bro?
why not? It's Max Verstappen. It's I don't know how, like, it's Red Bull. I know everybody's high on McLaren this year because McLaren, they snuck up, they came alive at the end of last year. But you were talking about earlier, Paul, about how you might have to switch teams this year.
Not switch, but just like pay attention to another team because not that I'm used to being like, oh, Red Bull's so fucking automatic because like they didn't even put on close to the run that Mercedes did for as long as they did. You know what I mean? I mean, they put on quite a run, but still, I mean, Hamilton.
Once they dethroned Mercedes, they haven't looked back.
Right, but it's still.
And I
not,
don't know that they're going to lose it this year either. Like, I know everybody. Again,
everybody's 3 in a row.
Everybody's super high on McLaren.
Well, they've won 2 in a row now, right? 3.
Red Bull?
Yeah.
4.
It's 4.
Pretty sure. It's either 3 or 4.
I thought it was 3. Yeah, I thought it was 3. Maybe this should be 4 in a row. No, maybe this is 5. Because I don't know how close he is to Hamilton, and it's gonna do that. Was 9, 7 of them.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Max won 4 in a row.
4 in a row. So this is 5.
This would be 5 in a row.
Be 5.
Which would actually be more than Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton won 4 in a row. So he's tied with Lewis Hamilton for 4 in a row.
Right, but Hamilton has what, 7?
Hamilton has 7.
Right.
Hamilton won his first in 08. And then Jenson Button won in 08. I'm sorry. Hamilton won in 08, and then Button won in 9. And then Vettel won 4 in a row. Then Lewis Hamilton won again in 14 and 15. His teammate Nico Rosberg won in 16. Then Lewis won 4 in a row. Now Max has won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know. Schumacher is the only one I think to win 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Schumacher. In the modern era, I mean, I don't know how far going back, how many people have won, but it doesn't look like too many. 4. Yeah, no one's won more. Schumacher's got the most with 5 in a row, so he could tie Schumacher this year with the most in a row.
Wow. That's not bad.
Yep, and you got Hamilton and Schumacher both tied with 7. Juan Manuel Fangio at 5. And then,
yeah, I mean, I just hate how predictable F1 can be when, like, you know, a team's on a run, they're going to be on it for a little while. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
that is until
all right,
that's going to end, I think,
when Cadillac
next year,
comes
because
in,
next year the car
you're gonna
changes.
have Audi, you're gonna have Cadillac.
Audi's going to assume Audi's like
McLaren's on the rise.
Alpine is out. It's going to be replaced with Audi.
Which is a much bigger.
But yeah, McLaren's on the rise with this car, but next year it's a totally new car.
Right, but
The
still,
wheelbase is
Audi,
shorter, more narrow.
Right, but Audi has a budget of
Infinity.
Yeah,
so does everybody in F1 though.
No.
All those cars are. I mean, the teams don't have infinite budgets, but the R&D of their cars do.
I mean,
it just depends on who gets that. You know what I mean? You know, it's like
I don't know, like Force India and shit weren't on the same level as Mercedes.
No, because their teams were less. They were lesser. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have. It's different. Like Audi's going to come on board and pump a lot of money into that Alpine team, and they're going to get a lot of kickback from it.
Right, of course.
But it's not the same. Like, but I mean, McLaren Williams has had an infinite budget, and they've been shit for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but McLaren's been on the verge of selling and bankruptcy and things for time. Like I feel like the companies that like don't ever have to worry about bankruptcy.
Aston Martin doesn't have to worry about bankruptcy.
Well, no, they're owned by Ford now.
Right. They've been
that's been
and they
while.
haven't come up and done anything in a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know. I guess I don't know. I just feel like
Honda when it was in it wasn't anything special.
Well, they are now.
They are now, but
yeah, it took a little while.
But it took exactly. So I know money makes the world go round, especially in Formula One.
Yeah.
But my thing with Red Bull this year, and this is where I'm like I'm super fucking high on Liam Lawson. I think this kid is going to be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to watching this kid.
Verstappen off.
I don't think he's going to piss Verstappen off because Verstappen is still the apex predator on the grid.
Right.
Verstappen has still got the highest skill level of anybody on the but he also has that attitude of like, don't ask me to let my teammate pass me to win a race. It's not happening. Like, right. I am here for me. You pay me to win races, and that's what I'm going to do. Yep. Verstappen is still a fucking
give a fuck about
killer.
Your constructors championship.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care about the constructors. I don't care about anything. I care about winning races. If I win races, if I win all 22 races, then great. We win the constructors championship, hands down. It is what it is. But Verstappen is the apex predator on the grid.
Right.
And I really feel like he is still going to be the guy to beat. Now, McLaren is going to take the fight to him. I think Ferrari with Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, I think if they can get their fucking head out of their ass and stop just blowing it
Isn't
week in,
it going
week
to
out.
be weird to see Leclerc and Hamilton be like, all right, we're teammates now. You know what I mean?
I'm excited for it because I really like Lewis Hamilton. I mean, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he's part owner of the Broncos. I really like him as a driver. I really think he's fucking talented as fuck, and I would
cool. I never really cared for him.
I never didn't care for him. I just got sick of Mercedes winning all the time, so I inherently rooted against him.
Right, that was probably
you know what I mean? Because it wasn't that I didn't like him. I was just tired of Mercedes winning.
But now that he's on Ferrari, I still don't care.
But Ferrari is like the Yankees of F1. Like the world is just a better place when they're good. When they're running, I mean, we haven't seen Ferrari be dominant since Schumacher.
Yeah, I know.
And they've won here and there, but they haven't been dominant since Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, man, they gotta bring that.
Sean is just like it completely.
I don't know how else to fit in.
He's
have to bring that.
I add nothing to the conversation because I don't know anything
Sean's
about
like,
it.
They gotta bring
Sean's
that
like, you guys might as well
to
be
the
speaking
shield,
Greek,
bro. You know what I mean? They gotta bring
I'll
that
get
fucking.
better.
But
I think Hamilton and Leclerc can really bring that pride back to that prancing horse. If you,
I do
you know
too.
what I'm saying?
I really,
Like,
I think Ferrari's in for a good year. They had a decent year last year.
Yeah, to see Ferrari sink for so long and not be that really like competitive compared to like. Some
It's
of the
almost
other teams,
sad.
It just shows you how much.
Because you
want to
see that Ferrari red running up front, dude. It's so iconic.
Everybody loves Ferrari.
It's so iconic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so dope. So
I mean, a fucking guy died, and Enzo Ferrari was like, "How's the car?"
Yeah, it's a true story.
So is the car okay?
Yeah, no, he did. A guy was driving.
This is back in like the what, 40s?
Yeah,
30s
40s or
even?
50s in Le Mans, and some dude fucking crashed his shit in testing, and he died. And Ferrari and Enzo Ferrari.
The
was
first
just
question out of Enzo Ferrari's mouth was, "How's the car?"
How's the car?
The guy's literally headless. And he's
They
like,
come up to him. They're like,
Headless,
so and
he
so
probably was non-existent.
Yeah, they're like, so and so's dead. He was ejected from the car at like 170 miles an hour.
Yeah, he was.
And he's like,
smoked.
"Okay, how's the car?"
That's all he gave a shit about. That's people thought he was an asshole, but he built the most prestigious car brand on the planet, pretty much. I mean, to be honest, it's more. Yeah, you have your Bugattis and like your Paganis and your.
So you gotta say like Andrew Tate. Why don't you have a Bugatti?
Yeah, your Bugatti.
Why don't you do kickboxing and
whatever,
get a Bugatti?
fuck that.
Then you will get women.
Ferrari is the
fucking douchebag.
Is the pet? Everybody knows what a Ferrari is.
That's
worldwide.
Right. It's
like the Coca-Cola of.
Yeah, it's the gold standard.
Yeah.
If you have money, and like that's the cool thing I love about Ferraris too, is like, you know, that the one that I showed you last night that Charles Leclerc was pulling up to in Monaco.
SP3.
Like, to buy that car, you can't. So like, Sean, I don't know if you know this about Ferraris, but like, you can't just walk on to like a Ferrari like dealership and be like, "Oh, I want your like that car."
Oh, there's a LaFerrari. I'll take that. They'll be like, "Oh, nah, bitch.
That's so cute. That's for display only, sir." And he's like, and you could walk up with a briefcase full of cash, be like, "Yeah," and they're like, no, sorry, we actually don't want your money."
No, you have to
Fuck
own. You have to show proof of ownership, or have to own through Ferrari, like certified dealer, like a base model.
Own and maintain a certain amount.
Don't you have to like, have like a family member too? Like your dad has to own it for a certain amount of time, so it's like a lineage. No, there's a lineage clause for Ferrari.
Maybe for certain cars, but not.
Maybe for certain cars, but no, like so basically, like you hit the lottery, right? Like.
Right, say I hit the Powerball.
No,
tonight.
I know I can't just go in and buy one. I know I can't do that.
No, but you have to buy
you have
to go buy like
Modena.
a Mandale or whatever, and then you got to buy a 360, and then you got to buy an F430, and then you got to buy a 488 or a Pista or like something crazy. Then you got to bespoke order an SF90 for $1 million, and as you go from the $55,000 '80s car all the way up through the 90s cars, through the early 2000s cars, and you're spending significantly more money from say, I think like 55 to 50 grand for the Mandale or whatever from the 80s, and then it goes up to like the 355, the 360, the 430. Up through there goes 110, 120, then you're up to the 488, 170 grand. You know, when you start getting to the 200,000s, you got to buy these cars in certain specs, and then like I said, like, you got to buy an SF90, which like base price is like 500, 400, 400 or 500 fucking grand. Then you got to like option inspect that bitch out. Then you got to fucking, you know, then once you buy that, then you can get invited to buy like an FXXK or like a
to buy one.
Yeah, then you can be invited to spend $3 million.
There's a reason why like
this.
you don't see like every Hollywood A-lister rolling around in like dope Ferraris. They're always in Lamborghinis and McLarens. Yeah. And shit
Why
like that.
Why do you think the fucking Adrian's Concourse in Newport's so fucking dope? Because I literally stood fucking key to my pocket to an SP3 on the lawn.
That's
right there.
And that's a silly car.
We were like, wow, that's really fucking great. Nobody knew what it was. I knew what it was. I was like, oh. I made a joke and some guy looked at me like,
cute.
I was like, what is this, a McLaren? I was like, a Speed Tail? And I looked at him like, my guy, no, it's a Ferrari. It's just funny when you act like an idiot in really rich places.
And people are looking down on you like, who let the rapscallion in today?
It's white trash. Yep. No, it was
funny. Then Paul just looks at the guy like,
you talking like you got the golden Totinsky.
Yeah, pretty much. Which you probably did.
No,
but we met them.
Emily Ratajkowski had the golden Totinsky that day.
That was the first time we went. The second time, but there was a lot of golden Totinskys there, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
We met the designer of the Le Mans Cadillac car.
Yes, I remember you saying that.
The kid was like 22 years old. I was like, what? I'm like, how'd you get that job? He's like, I'm good at jarring. And I'm like, so's a lot of people, asshole. Like, what the fuck?
Not as good as him.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn, that's a cool kid, though.
But my thing is, like, Ferraris are fucking rad because you have to be invited to buy them. It's why, like, you got to have real money. Like, you got to have real money to own Ferraris. Like, because you have to be a collector.
That's why they sue your ass. That's why they sue you when you fucking slam them on wheels and do stupid shit.
Yeah, they're like, nah,
they
bro.
They send you a cease and desist. They're like, no.
This is not meant for that.
They blacklist you. Yeah, you can't buy them anymore.
Yeah, you won't be able to get them.
Because the way they come from the factory is perfection.
Yep.
Don't go throwing your stupid ass wheels and your bullshit on my Ferrari. That's not how it comes.
That's funny.
It's a legit thing. Like that's
perfect.
why. But again, it's why you don't see anybody in like Hollywood or rappers or athletes driving Ferraris. They're always in Lambos and McLarens and shit like that because those car companies will sell to anybody who can fog a mirror. They don't give a shit.
There's a bunch of celebrities that did get blacklisted supposedly from Ferrari because they did do that shit.
Yeah.
Like Bieber and like 6ix9ine and like
Yep.
shit like that. Like Kim
6ix9ine
Kardashian.
still
actually.
alive?
Yeah, and he's still rich. Actually, snitching made him more money.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm super excited for this year for F1 because I feel like this is going to be the most competitive season we've seen in a while. And then next year is like, obviously, it's a whole nother level because, A, we get Cadillac involved. They're going to be recruiting and promoting primarily American-made drivers, which I'm like super.
That's dope.
So I think Colton Herta could end up leaving
Yeah,
IndyCar.
let's get some fucking Americans in the F1 race, man.
Colton Herta is rumored to be one of the guys that could be going to join
They're
the
all
F1
English,
team.
British, whatever.
Yeah,
They're
man.
all-
I want to see some American brass
yeah,
over
they're
there.
all Spaniards.
You know,
and shit.
you get all these guys saying, "Oh, lovely day," and it may
Yeah.
everything's lovely and
Started
May.
with like MotoGP, man. So I used to love Colin Edwards, bro. He was from Texas.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He used to race in fucking MotoGP. It was like, fuck yeah, fucking Texas
Hell yeah.
tornado. Kid
But
was bad,
I'm
dude was
looking
badass.
forward to next year big time. But this year I think is going to be a lot of fun. So we got the Australian GP. I think it's live on. I don't know what it's live on. Maybe ESPN at midnight on Saturday. I'm not sure what it's airing on, what channel it airs on.
Asking the wrong dude.
But I'll be watching that for sure. Because the cool thing about F1 races too is they're only 90 minutes long. Like there's a timer, so if the race goes past like a certain amount of time,
Right.
they're like, nope, they cut the laps off. They're like, whatever lap we're running at this particular time is the end. So it's not like NASCAR where it's like they got to get a certain amount of laps in, then the race is official. Halfway. Formula does it where like they're like, we've got it's like a 3-hour window to get the race in, and the race usually only takes about 90 minutes because there's not many cautions. There's very little downtime. Which does make for boring racing. Don't expect, photo finishes like you see in NASCAR, but you can expect some pretty cool shit sometimes with F1. It's fun. It's fun to bet on, especially this year because I feel like this year it's not going to be just Max Verstappen at minus 250 to win every week, and that's usually what happens. So fuck.
So I shouldn't just put all my money on Max Verstappen?
I put $20 on him just now to win 100. So, I feel like Max is probably going to win. I mean, I know Lando Norris is the favorite, and McLaren. I feel like that's just a move to get the money to move off of Max. I feel like they're trying to draw money in on him.
Okay.
So, anyway, we'll leave it there, boys. We'll talk next week a little bit about the WNBA threatening to strike,
I saw that.
which is
Stupid.
it's like right up there with Canada on strike.
Cool.
It's Canada on strike.
Hey guys, we got some fucking
we got this chewing gum and these coupons to
Bennigan's,
Bennigan's.
yeah.
25% off.
Celebrate
Yeah.
good times,
Come on, friends. Let's celebrate.
Stupid.
But yeah, Dejanay Carrington and Angel Reese are like leading the charge about the WNBA striking, and it's like, okay.
Why, 'cause
You know
want
it's
what the-
it's going to be even easier than not drinking Bud Light, not watching the WNBA. Like I already didn't drink Bud Light before they decided to boycott it,
Yeah.
so that made it really easy for me. Not watching the NBA is going to be like 1 billion times easier.
So what are they gonna do when like 17,000 people still show up to Caitlin Clark games, but no one gives a fuck that Angel Reese
Imagine that
is saying
Caitlin Clark just plays the scab and just keeps playing. She's like,
Yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah, I'm getting money,
Yep.
bitch.
And then just like takes a huge cash out.
Yep,
That'd be
bye.
fucking hilarious.
Just to shove it in the face, be like, let me remind you who's the reason
Yeah.
why we're all watching here.
But they're like, wow, we need to be paid like NBA players. It's like, no, I'm sorry.
You think you're getting Wemby's contract?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Sorry, Toots. This ain't how this works. I know you got a lot. I know you spent a lot of money on those fake lashes. Those cum catchers are not cheap. But
Ugh.
hey, maybe Jimmy Butler will pay for it with his new contract. If you
Jesus
know.
Christ.
Yep.
But
Wow, great
jam.
All right, boys. Good show. Great night. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
Again, if you want first act, you want to make sure you get access to my bets, my betting picks for NASCAR on Sundays. Just subscribe to the Row One C1 page. It's free. I'm not charging anybody anything. I'm going to put the write up every weekend, barring something unforeseen. I will have it up every single week, so you can tail my bets there and hopefully make some money. And again, feel free to share that with your friends. Again, it only helps us. So just throw that out there. But for Mr. Betancourt and Plizzy, I am Joey Fats. This has been Row One, Seat One.
Wow,
Live on the one, the only thing, New Bedford Guide. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday night for a full free agency recap.
Maybe.
And hopefully this arms race continues and we have more fun shit to talk about. But
God damn.
if not, we'll be back next Tuesday night, 8:45 p.m. Peace.
Peace.
Right.